Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 26. Got some of my regular crew members with me. Pharaoh Black, Rick Dom, Fabio should be joining us. Mr. Colonel Cracker should be joining us soon. And Emiya is out at a convention in what, New Jersey, you said, Rick?
Yeah, New Jersey, yeah. It's
Uh,
called Anime Next.
is he doing that like strictly for himself, or he's out there with like uh, people that be sending him places?
Oh, all for himself.
Uh,
But Darius is out there for his work, but
Okay, so they hanging out there together, I guess.
you know, they're over there, doing who knows what, maybe another chicken dance video, who knows?
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, man, this week was kind of quiet for the most part. I did get some things in. I got a rather hefty package from Big Bad Toy Store. It had the Alien Queen in there, and a power loader, and a couple things from my man Jeremy Lee, some Gundams that he wanted, and what else was in that package? Uh,
Where does Jeremy Lee live again?
Texas.
Texas.
But yeah, I got the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta, and there was another DBZ figure in there. Oh, I think Beerus was in there. I already had Beerus, but I think that one was for like a prize for the tournament or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And that was it. I didn't even bother trying to even look at anything at retail because I pretty much got everything that I want pre-ordered. So I've just been chilling. This was a light week for me. Barry?
Uh, I got Darius sent me the soldier Kaneko man, or the army Kaneko man, whatever the fuck he is. Got a camouflage deco. I didn't. My Mythic Legions figures should be here tomorrow, so I guess technically I got those. Um, I got in a couple more of the Demolition Man, or what do they call it, Scourge figures. What else? I think that might be it. I actually went and bought some of the relaunch Batman. I bought the Detective Comics and went out and bought another Batman, the #1 relaunch. Other than that, I don't think I really got anything either.
Yeah, surprisingly, Rebirth isn't looking bad. I know in the beginning, it seemed kind of random. It's not bad.
I mean, I'm gonna be 100 with you. I read books. I have to be ultimately bored to start back and just read comics. I read them online. I'm talking about me actually going to buy a comic to read it. Man, I buy it just on the strength of having it. And it was a Batman book. That's what I mean. I didn't go buy a bunch of the other titles and shit. Just did the Batman.
I actually been reading a lot of stuff recently. I found a little spot online that has everything for the most part.
Send me the link. I want to read Civil War 2, but I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, I read the first issue of that. I think the second issue is out, right? I didn't check back, but I read the first issue. It was alright. It was cool.
I don't know. It was a little I don't know. They kind of lame. Let's redo Civil War.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of redoing never really been a fan of redoing like classic stories like that. I mean, they did alright with the Secret War, that's for sure. But I mean, it was not really. I mean, I guess it was kind of the same concept, but not really. It was much different. But Bendis is like, he hit and miss anyway, so. Rick, what you got?
Trying to think, what did I cop this week? Shit. I haven't got it in yet, but Fabio picked me up Renee Young from the WWE line. These fucking female characters are like impossible to get sometimes. It's a pain in the ass, and this one's an announcer, so everybody wants it for pictures, talking to your wrestlers about shit and whatnot. So is actually even harder than the others for that simple fact that everybody really wants it for pictures. What else did I cop? I got a bunch of props from fucking Hobby Lobby. I know Nando went to Hobby Lobby not too long ago. He was not a fan. I don't know why. There's a lot that you could buy for your figures there, so.
I feel like
Fernando.
I
Yeah.
never been, but I feel like it seems like it's overwhelming as much the amount of shit that you do.
These stores, they're like they're like super Michaels and stuff like that. Like they even have fucking furniture in there. Like they have a whole aisle for nothing but light bulbs. A whole aisle for nothing but fucking jars. A whole aisle for like doorknobs and stuff like that. Like this place is crazy. But there's so much for 1/12 scale figures. There's even a 1/12 scale Camaro. Which I'm probably gonna end up buying that thing soon. I mean,
How much is it?
when you use the 50% off coupon, it's like $34.99.
Yeah, I think I might buy that.
Yeah, and it's a cool one too. It's one of the ones from like a TV show, like something Foose Customs or something like that. I've seen that he has like a TV show where he shows like his custom cars and stuff like that. And I just see it at the top shelf, and I was thinking to myself like, damn, like I should probably just buy this and stop fucking around. But other than that, I haven't bought much. I'm trying to cool it, being that the Comic-Con is coming up, and not just that, but before Comic-Con, there's actually the biggest anime convention in the U.S. It's called Anime Expo, is in L.A. So I got to go 2 weeks before Comic-Con down to L.A. and then all the way back, and then 2 weeks later to Comic-Con. So I'm fucking stacking up right now. I'm trying to make sure I don't splurge on something stupid while going out and looking at shit. I mean, we had a toy convention here in the local area. I didn't even fucking go because I didn't want any reason to waste more money for find a reason to. When you go to a toy convention, you'll find some shit just because, So I've been cooling it. I know if Fabio was here, he would say that he got like a million NECA things.
Shit, ain't been a million negative things out. I don't
I was
think.
about to say that. Did anything actually drop?
Yeah, things actually released this week. That new Terminator, and a few other things. It's actually should be up on Big Bad Toy Store right now. That I forget. It's the one with the jacket. It's the one from the first movie. It comes with a gray jacket.
Yeah,
It's
the Tech Noir.
Yeah, that one. That one actually.
That dropped this week.
Yeah, that one dropped this week. He actually he bought 2 apparently from Toys R Us. I saw earlier, and in the pages. I know a couple other NECA pieces dropped, but I just I'm not into NECA, so I don't know what they are, but I know that new Terminator dropped. Oh, the Rocky figures. The 2 new Clever Lanes and the 2 new Rockies also dropped as well.
Yeah, I saw somebody post those on the page.
It's the same figures though. I got the Clever Lane in the black trunks. I didn't buy the one in the blue, so I might go back and buy that one. But I mean, it's the same figures.
I never ended up buying them, although I wanted to. So maybe if I see them around, I'll get them. But I'm not going to be hunting for them or nothing like that. Personally, it's just not. I'm not about it like that. Pharaoh's favorite figure, Weird Al Yankovic. That one came out too. As a person who actually liked Weird Al growing up, I just think this is so stupid. Why the hell would you want to make Weird Al?
You guys can judge me, but this figure, the Tech Noir, this is being returned once I buy the new one.
The older one?
I'm just saying. This one I'm going to snap something, and this is going back.
Wait, that one was released when?
Just got released. This one's the old one. The new one has the articulated legs and shit.
Yeah, when was the old one released?
Shit, man. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the bottom of this damn thing, and maybe I can tell you. Shit, I don't know. I'm going blind in my old age. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, 2011.
Okay. But that shit had no articulation, huh?
Now, I mean, the top of the bodies are the same as the old ones. The arms and all that shit from like the newer figures, it's the same top half, same articulation, everything. It's the bottom half that had really no articulation. The only thing, it had boot swivels. That was it. It was in a pretty much a static position. So they released the one now that has actual leg articulation.
Yeah,
You know,
I know that one looked pretty sick. That Terminator.
well, it's the accessories that I have to really watch out for though, because it's like this is what you can do. Like you know you have the police. You remember at the end of Terminator One, or should I say, getting towards the end, when he showed up at the police station with the pretty much with the black leather jacket and the tan pants or whatever. But it's the exact same legs for that figure as for the Tech Nor, and the legs pop out at the waist like on a peg. So you pretty
Uh-huh.
much can buy two of these things and swap the legs out, and you wouldn't even have to buy the newer released one. But
Shit.
who knows what they're gonna do with the accessories?
Yeah, I'm assuming they're not easy to replicate.
Well, no, because this Technor came with a regular head, and then it had the head with the eye missing, but it had the haircut with like the spiky haircut. And if you remember earlier in the movie, he had that kind of I don't know what you would call it, kind of the way Billy has his hair and shit. I don't know what you would call that hairstyle. I don't know. Any of you white dudes out there that get that hairstyle know what it is can chime
I
in.
know what you mean. It's kind of like a comb over looking.
Yes, it looks like it's kind of long, but it's not long. I don't know, but that's the whole. I think this new one might come with all of those heads, and then the jacket from this old one has blood stains on it because of the eye or whatever. Now, I don't know if they're actually doing that either. I don't really know what extent they're going to, so maybe I will have to keep this one. But as you notice, see the blood on the jacket or whatever. So I don't know. Who knows?
All right. It's too bad. I'm sure Fabio, at the Bryan Singer beach party right now,
Right.
is
Here's
probably
the
is probably real mad he's not here for this NECA talk.
this is the one I'm talking about. The legs are exactly the same.
Oh shit.
So I mean, with the newer one, you probably could swap the newer one's legs out with either one of them, and it would make you where you wouldn't have to buy the other one unless it just comes with mad accessories that you know.
Those are the most fucking ridiculous legs I've ever seen. What is NECA doing?
Yeah, this was I don't know. This was it stopped me from really collecting the line, but then I went back and grabbed them because it was like I don't have shit, no Terminator shit at all, man. So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well just grab them. Nobody else is doing them, so that's why I'm really glad that they're going back over 'em or whatever. And I know I give Fabio a hard time about NECA and shit, man, but I just be fucking around. I'm glad NECA actually is into this movie shit because without NECA, we probably wouldn't really get any movie figures at all.
Yeah, I've been kind of like patiently waiting to see like a Mezco 112 collective Terminator figure. That would be fucking nuts.
That would be crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be crazy. I mean,
Nuts.
with that license, man, with that line, they just need to pick up as many licenses as they can and pick them up fast.
Yeah, yeah. They really need to.
I guess really though, it's about the who would buy what. I guess at a certain point in time, people wouldn't buy certain shit. You know what I mean? $70 for a figure. I think they really need to find a way to bring that cost down with certain
They're
figures.
not about to bring that course down now. You can forget about it. It's not. They're not about to do that. But if they
Well, I
did,
mean, I'm not saying bring the price down, period. But with certain figures, like okay, you got this Spock figure, which it's a nice looking figure, man. But I'm not paying $75 for
you pretty much
Spock.
only paying for the head sculpt. Like it's not really
Right.
much going on with
Yes.
the figure. You know what I'm
And
saying?
have you guys I don't know if you guys ever taken a look at it, but have you seen their Frankenstein? It's probably the
Yeah.
sickest looking figure, probably one of the sickest looking figures I've ever seen.
Yeah, but I mean, who wants to pay $75 for fucking
Yeah,
Frankenstein?
exactly, man. And the worst part is that like it's a public domain character, so they don't really have to pay for it. So I don't even know why that one is so expensive. Like that one should be like $50. You don't have to pay for the license for it, so I don't really understand.
And see, that's what I'm saying, Rick. Certain characters, you're just gonna have to like bring that price down on them if you expect people to actually, to buy that shit. I mean, people are gonna buy it anyway, but I mean to sell a lot more of it, the value just isn't there for $75. Not for Frankenstein.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, like if I went to a convention and I saw somebody clearancing it out for a good price, I'd 45, 50, I'd buy it, but I'm not paying no fucking $75 for a damn Frankenstein.
It's the
All
same thing. It was the same thing like what Boog was saying about Space Ghost. Like I like Space Ghost, you know what I mean? But he didn't ever do anything to warrant $75. To
No.
be honest with you, I mean he wasn't even action wise. He didn't even do shit. You know what I mean? Like,
The most recent like incarnation of Space Ghost is when it was on Cartoon Network on the talk show. So he really wasn't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he
yeah,
was just.
even less. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't I don't know. I mean, I hope investing in these like really strange licenses and making these figures for them and charging a crazy amount doesn't fuck us all up in the long run. You
You know
know.
what it is? It might be that they just using these things to kind of get their capital up so they could do some of the things that people really want. That that could be part of it.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
look for a price hike in a minute, man. Because I mean, I've seen the pre-orders for that Punisher start off at $69, and now they're up to like $90.
Yeah. BBTS has all the Marvel ones I believe listed at $80 a piece. Um, I suppose if I factor in, like what Max Factory or like what Bandai would charge if they made figures in that scale, like I bet they'd probably be like close to $70. I suppose Mesco's isn't too bad, but I would prefer a little bit of a better price, especially when you buy directly from them. You ever seen their shipping costs?
Yeah, man, that shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
definitely
man,
good.
it's like almost $20. Like, dude, nobody's gonna fucking buy from you guys.
But it's the same thing with NECA. NECA's shipping costs are crazy too, man. Because
Oh
I
yeah.
think for one Predator they want to charge you $10 to ship it. Now that's not it's not unreasonable because if I was to ask one of you to ship me a Men on Car Predator figure, it's going to probably cost somewhere about $10. But when you deal with someone who ships things constantly, you would think that they would have some type of discount in place somewhere. Or
Oh yeah, these big corporations, they can make those deals. So I don't, I can excuse, somebody on a trade page or a friend charging me that much, but a big company that I know gets a deal when they ship so often, I don't excuse that. So it's I've wanted a few NECA figures that they've released, so I don't have to go find them in the store, but I don't want to pay these damn prices. It's ridiculous. I'm almost paying like almost $40 for a figure.
yeah, it's the same thing like here with Big Bad Toy Store. Now I don't think that Big Bad their prices aren't bad because I've bought something and the shipping was like $8, and then to add the second thing was only 50 cents. But being in Wisconsin, they have to charge us tax. So I end up whatever I buy, if it's like $50, they charge me like $3 in tax, then the shipping costs, and then it kind of puts the figure into a realm you don't want it to be in price wise. So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, these companies, man, they need to fucking fix these prices on the shipping. People are starting to look at stuff and they'd rather buy from Big Bad Toy Store. How can Big Bad Toy Store, who's not even the makers and distributors of this stuff, like that? How could they only charge me like $5 to $6 for shipping, but when I go to the maker themselves, they charge me fucking almost $15 to ship?
Yeah,
It's
that makes
nuts, man.
no sense at all. Definitely.
That's why I
That's
never.
that's that's
I,
some dumb shit.
yeah, I will not order it from Mezco, even though I wanted to it because when they brought the Batman versus Superman pre-order up, I said, "Fuck it, man, let me go get me a Batman." Put that damn thing in the cart, and then put that shipping to it. I said, "Man, you gotta be out their fucking mind, man."
So what they doing though? They basically like doing like some some they're covering the cost of shipping no matter what. Like what I'm saying, no matter where, and then they're making more money on shit that ships closer to them locally. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like they put this big like dragnet of shipping costs over, so no matter what, it'll cover everything. But the end result is that they still cake up more because when you close, you still paying that double rate. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
Right.
yeah.
That's it. That shit. Not to even switch subjects, but still on like price cost. I was on you know how on your Facebook page or on your feed you would see somebody post a link for something, and then it'll have its own. It'll have a discussion, but then within the link, there's another discussion about it. And I ended up discussing some shit with somebody I didn't even know who the fuck he was. But they had the X-Men Wave pre-order for singles, and they only wanted $25 per figure. And we were arguing about them, scalping, which I'm so tired of hearing the word scalp. Like, seriously, I mean, a lot of these collectors just use that word. I mean, if someone even stands to make 50 cents, they're scalping.
He's scalping.
I'm tired of hearing that shit. And I was telling them, I'm like, man, look, with the way shit is, I mean, you're talking about Deadpool. If you can get that figure for $25, I would suggest you buy it for $25.
Yeah.
I mean, out the store, even if you catch it for $20, you're looking at about $21, $22, $23 at the most.
It'll be like 23 and some change, $24 pretty much.
And then the biggest thing is with the gas. You have a lot of people. I don't know. I think collectors are really blind to the fact that just because you were able to walk into a store and say, "There it is," and pick it up, it doesn't mean everybody's going to be that lucky. It doesn't work like that. If anybody could do it on time, online retailers would just fade away.
Man, Marvelous. Hasbro, Marvel, whatever. Hasbro's getting ready to sell the most cases of Legends they ever sold ever right now off of this X-Men wave.
Oh yeah.
But and he was just saying that company was scalping because when you add in the shipping, I think the shipping was only like $7, maybe $6. So they're like, oh man, they're making like $5. Like, dude, you talking about $5 If $5 breaks you on a figure, man, you need to go sit the fuck down and reevaluate what you're doing, man. You might not be needing to collect action figures, because ain't no way in hell I'm going to jump in my car and drive around my fucking city looking for no damn Deadpool. Why? Not when I can click a button and get it, and it's $5. Gas right now here is $2.65 a gallon. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not about going out to search for this Deadpool. I'm hoping somebody on the pages can hold me down, because I'm not about to go searching for this fucking Deadpool. I originally wanted an entire case, but man, that Phoenix, I'm not fucking with it in the slightest. That Phoenix looks crazy. Everything else looks money, though. I like that Kitty Pryde a lot.
I'm with you, Rick. I'm not really caring about the Phoenix either. Hi, by the way.
Oh, everybody, Lanio's here.
Man, you missed it, Fabio. We were having an extensive NECA talk. Dead serious.
Oh, come on. All right, well, let's start it over. Let's just reset it.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you recap what you bought this week, Mr. Fabio?
Usually I have it written down, so let me see if I can try to remember. I got the Judge Dredd Lawmaster. I got two.
Oh, I forgot you got that. Yeah, I saw you showing that in PNP. How you like it? I didn't listen to the video. I was just looking at it.
It's pretty great. I love the lights and the sounds and everything, and we get headlights and tail lights, and it's just it's such a great piece. It really brings me back to being a kid and just having the vehicles.
No doubt.
My mom would barely ever buy me the big vehicles. I'd be lucky enough to get the fucking figures. So
yeah, me too.
Shout out to my mom, because I got this Lawmaster, and all I could think was take that. That's for all the vehicles you didn't buy me when I was a kid.
What did you? I saw Jay's review over on Toy News Eye or Marvelous or whatever. I'm pretty sure that Jay is the person running Toy News Eye and Marvelous. I'm 99.
Jay is.
All right, so yeah, he put up a review of the Lawmaster, and when he sat, first of all, he sat him on a bike all the way at the end of the review for a few moments, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't sit him on there. It didn't look like it was flush, and I was a little concerned about that. Did you get him on there good?
Oh yeah, you can get him on there really flush. The only concern with that is leaving him in sitting position for too long might start to fuck with the faux leather that's on the bodysuit.
All right, I thought about that too. Okay.
So it's good. I wouldn't leave it on there for too long, but yeah, you can get it on there really flush. I think the only thing I had to do was take out the nightstick that he has that you can holster in his belt. He has a little metal loop around his belt.
Mm.
It won't really sit with that, so you got to take that off, and there's nowhere to store it, unfortunately. You can only store the handcuffs in the back. But either way, it's a big piece, guys.
I still never even opened my Judge Dredd yet. I just been waiting to get the Lore Master to open everything at once. Now that you're saying that though, I kind of think I might want to get another Dread so I could just leave one on the bike and don't care if it get fucked up.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Even the preview's bike, the bright blue one looks really nice, but obviously, that's a little garish, a little too eye-catching for Judge Dredd.
You know what I'm saying?
What else? I got 2 of the NECA Ultimate Terminator 1, the Tech Noir version. And the reason I got 2 is because I wanted the one standard release with the Tech Noir outfit, which is what he wears in the nightclub scene. And I have the original static leg. I think it was the tanker truck pursuit, the one that has the leather jacket right after the police station. But that's obviously the static leg one, so I bought 2 of the Ultimates just so I could swap the legs. My only problem is I had the original legs. Actually, you know what I did? I put the Duke Nukem legs on that police station assault upper body, and the peg was a little bit big on the lower leg, so it kind of stretched out the female peg on the torso. So now that I have it on the regular Ultimate legs for the T1, it's a little loose on there just because I had it on that other peg for too long. But I don't imagine that'll be a problem if you just freshly take it off the standard legs and put them on the Ultimate. So you can't do that.
What did it come with?
It came with the exposed arm that has the inner workings of the arm for when he's operating. It has 3 heads, one with the standard haircut, one with the short hair and the burned eyebrows, and then one with the fucked up eye when he's operating on his eye.
Okay.
Comes with a fisted left hand, a trigger left hand, a trigger right hand, shotgun, Uzi, the sighted pistol, and the 2 medical forceps for his arm.
Oh, so that means I gotta buy it because I got the older one, and it didn't come with. It was 2 versions of that Tech Noir.
Right.
And I got the one with the short hair and the fucked up eye and with the fucked up arm.
Right.
That you could switch out or whatever. But see, that's what I was telling Rick and them. I was gonna say fuck it. I was gonna swap that shit and return that shit, man. But yeah, I'm gonna have to just buy it and keep it. Fuck it, it's not a big deal.
I will say, my favorite thing about this figure is the regular long hair head. Like the first before he burns off his hair and his eyebrows. It's probably the best Schwarzenegger likeness that they've done. More than Dutch, more than any of the others. It's fucking freaky. I'm looking at it right now. Maybe I'll try to pull up a picture so you guys can see. But yeah, it's a great figure. I got 2 just so I could swap the second one. But we're getting a regular version of that one too, an ultimate version of the police station assault. So if you don't have an extra one already, you can just wait.
It's probably worth waiting anyway because the accessories, you're probably gonna get way more accessories.
Right. That's exactly what I'm doing. This one, I think the new Ultimate release is going to be the police station assault. The one I have is the tanker truck pursuit, where he has the battle damaged head and the battle damaged chest. So it'll be cool to have both. Yeah, so you can get all the accessories and everything. I'm just impatient, so I wanted an Ultimate one already. What else did I get? I got the rest of the Rocky line, the Blue Trunks Clubber and the Gold Trunks Rocky. I had the original release of the Gold Trunks Rocky, and the gold on the new one is a lot better. It's not like a mustard gold. It's a very bright, shiny Vegas gold.
Does that come with the belt?
No, that's the Black Trunks one.
Damn.
That's taken from the original poster. That's not even a look he has in the movie. The Clubber is really nice with the gridded mouth guard. Blue Trunks, pretty standard. I mean, I just wanted both versions of Clubber just to have it. That's probably about it, though. Oh, I got your Renee Young, Rick.
Yes, Renee Young.
Yeah,
I was just telling them
on the pegs. I was hunting at that true, and I didn't find anything. I was actually looking for the Mutavore from Pacific Rim, but it hasn't gotten out yet, unfortunately. So I left kind of defeated, whatever, and I'm walking back to the front of the store, and you know how along not the shelf aisles, but the aisles in between, the walkways, basically, they have the little kiosks in between, maybe 5 feet from each other going across the whole hallway. And half of the fucking display, as I was walking through it one way, it was Baby Alive, those weird little hyper-realistic dolls that you push their stomach and they piss all over themselves. And then on the other side of that was just a massive WWE section where they just got the new batch of basics. They weren't even on the regular shelves. So I'm on my way out of the store, defeated, and I'm looking at my phone actually, but driving around looking at my phone has given me really good peripheral vision. So even though I'm looking at my phone, I catch the WWE logo with the new packaging on the corner of my eye, and I'm like, oh shit, Renee Young, that's for Rick. They had two. One of them was looking like a chameleon. Her eyes were like way on the side of her head. So I got you the slightly better one. It's not perfect by any means, but it's good.
Oh yeah, I mean with wrestling, with wrestling figures, you can only expect so much from the eyes sometimes, especially, you have to take what you get. I can't tell you how many girls I've gotten that the eyes are not looking too hot, and I'm just like, well, fuck, there's nothing I can do. Either I take this one with the fucked up eyes, or I don't ever get one. So fuck.
What a shame.
Yeah,
but it is the way it is.
Man, sometimes when you're ugly, man, it's like that in real life.
Hey man, you're hurting my feelings.
Not you, man. I'm just saying. That's just how some of these dudes, man. That's why they be walking around with bitches that look like radio.
Oh god.
And I think honestly now that's it. Oh, I forgot to mention last week, but I got the quarter scale Batman from NECA at True of all places. I've never seen a quarter scale at True. It's not bad.
Yes, it is. That is. Listen, I love Batman. That shit is horrible.
I mean, I think the worst part about it is that the body just doesn't really have any shading.
I don't like the face. And then he looks real stubby.
Light it right, it looks pretty good, but I don't know, just like a dead-on shot with flash looks really bad. But that's going to be true with any figure. The likeness honestly isn't that bad. I've seen really good pictures where it looks good.
Yeah. I don't know.
My biggest complaint with it actually is it's really fucking tall. It's way taller than any of my other quarter scales by like an inch. So I have like one space in my bookshelf on the bottom where I keep all my quarter scales, and those are like 18 inches tall. There's like an inch of clearance above it so they don't like nick their heads and lose paint when I'm taking them in and out. That Batman won't even fit there. And it's not just because of the ears. It's because of like his forehead, man. It's fucking huge. I don't know why they decided to make this Batman so much bigger than the fucking Superman, but he's like an inch and a half taller than him, which is really weird. So that's really my biggest complaint with it.
I think that Ben Affleck like an inch and a half taller than what's his name?
Then Henry Cavill?
Because even the Mattel figures are like that.
Really?
Yeah, the Batman is bigger than the Superman.
I'm gonna have to check that scale in the movie or something, like that scene in the party when they're talking to each other. I honestly thought Cavill was bigger.
No, what you would have to do is you would have to look at them in suits.
In what?
When they're in the suits, because I don't know what actual like the cowl and everything. I don't know how much that adds to Ben Affleck.
And it's also the soles of his boots are really thick, whereas Superman just kind of has like booties. You know, he doesn't really have soles. But
no, I think the only quarter scale I've ever seen at a Toys R Us was I once saw a Captain America.
Oh, okay.
And that was just the only thing I'd ever seen in quarter scale at a Toys R Us in my life.
I think they're doing a Civil War cap next. But that should be pretty cool. Look really nice, though. You gotta admit that. Pharaoh.
What?
That Deadpool that they just released or revealed.
I mean, all of them look. A lot of them look nice when they show you the prototype. I think when you get them when you actually see them or whatever, they're just okay. Because I was super excited for the Arkham City, right. Batman.
Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Is it Arkham Knight or Arkham Origins?
Arkham Origins. That's
yeah.
The one. And when I seen it, it didn't have the stubble around the face like they showed. It was just, I don't know. It's just when you're dealing with a figure that big, you can do whatever you want to do to it. There's no real reason for restriction, and it's no real reason to fuck it up. It's too big. You have too big of a canvas to fuck it up. And I'm not saying that these quarter scale figures aren't nice. I mean, they're fucking useless. But I mean, some of them are nice. The Predators that I've seen in Toys R Us were really nice. But I mean, I just like, I don't know, these Batman figures I wasn't impressed. Deadpool looks nice. I have to see when he comes out. I'm pretty sure I see everybody going out running, spending their money on him because it's Deadpool.
You think it'll sell a lot, even though it's quarter scale?
Yeah, you're gonna have people buy it. I think it's going to sell more than most of the other ones besides the Predators.
Yeah, it could be their best-selling one, I guess. The Predators are. I mean, this is just weird. Like, you guys are seeing these quarter scales at True. This is the first time I've ever seen it.
I've seen, yeah, those are the only quarter scales that Toys R Us here had were the Predators, and these were years ago when they were doing them.
I just think
used to get my quarter scales from FYE, which was across the street from my True, but now it's closed down. They tore it down.
I think the problem with these quarter scales, mainly for people not carrying them at their Toys R Us, is the fact that they're so big. There's no space. You ever looked at the NECA aisle? Like, there's not much space.
Yeah, the collector vector.
Yeah, the collector aisle. Basically, it's not much space left.
Mm-mm.
I mean, it's not a bad. I don't know. I don't know what really possessed NECA to do quarter scale over 12-inch figures. I mean, it's not because $100 is not that bad in comparison to what people pay for Hot Toys or even certain size figures. But dude, you're talking about a fucking 18-inch figure, man. You're pushing it. That thing that's standing in the corner is it's the size of a small child.
It is, yeah. It really is like carrying a baby out of the store.
Right, so it's like, dude, I mean, with 6 of those damn figures, you lining up a wall.
Yeah, it's about having like the right place to put them. Like, I think if I have a bunch of stuff on top of my DTOFs already, but if I didn't, that would be a good place to put them. And then you can obviously have like stuff at their feet too. Well, that's that. I also, just yesterday, you guys might have seen on Plastic and Paint, but I got the Hell in a Cell playset from True. It's $40 on sale right now until the 18th.
Yeah, I seen that you tagged me in it.
Yep, it's $18 for the not $18, $40 for the cell set. It ends on the 18th. I used my True rewards that I got $20 for, so I paid $20 for the cell set, which was $70 or $80 depending on your True normally.
What is this? Hell in a Cell? What's that?
It's like a WWE cell set, like a big steel cage you can put around the ring. But all the panels come apart that has like chain link fences or whatever.
It's the right scale though?
Yeah. Actually, it's not even meant for the actual scale ring. It's meant for the smaller spring-loaded rings. So it's supposed to go around that. So if you put it around the regular ring, you'll have like a little bit of less room on the outside of the ring, but it'll still fit. But again, the big thing is you can take out the panels and it could just serve as like a chain link fence or whatever.
Okay.
So I mean, I got it for $20 because I use my rewards, but for $40 you get like, I think it's 6 cage pieces, which is pretty good. And if you guys remember, during the holiday season, I was bitching because my True had a bunch of those on sale for like 30 or 40, and I was pissed because I missed it, and they didn't put any more back out until the sale was over, and they just put out whatever the hell was left in the back at full price. So yeah. I was pissed about that. So now I got my comeuppance from True.
Nice. I'll be looking for one, hopefully copying soon, because
yeah. Again, it ends on the 18th, so you got a few days still, but be on it. And it's in-store only. You can't get it online. So you actually have to look for it in-store.
Yeah, man, fuck buying online. The shipping costs that we were talking about earlier. No, thank you.
Well, yeah, unless you get free shipping.
Yeah, unless I'm getting free shipping, I'm buying shit online.
That's why I'm trying to get that Space Ghost from Entertainment Earth, because it's the same price as the regular Mezco release, but it's glow-in-the-dark and free shipping, so fuck it.
That suit is going to have like a green tint to it.
Could look cool. I don't know if it'll have a green tint to it, because I have the glow-in-the-dark alien eggs, and they have a white tint to them. So I think they could do the glow-in-the-dark for the suit with still white.
I mean, have you ever really seen anything clothing that glows in the dark to be white?
Yeah, I guess clothing would be different. I don't know. I might have to see pictures of it first before I fully commit, but right now it's looking like that's the better way to go.
At the very least, you get some sick effects.
Right.
Those effects are crazy.
Yeah, and the ones that come out of his hands, and then we talked about it last week, but yeah, for the effects alone, it's a really great price. I think it's 60 or 70. It's one of the lower end prices.
Yeah, no question. I mean, this is definitely what you want to see from the rest of their line. Like, man, every fucking figure better come with this many things and be around this damn price. I don't want to be over here buying these figures at a bigger price and get less than what I'm getting here. It kind of gets disappointing.
And that is about it for me. I don't think I got much of anything else. I had enough points on my Jersey Mike's card for a free sandwich yesterday. That was cool. All right, so what are we talking about this week, or are we still going over hauls?
All right. I think we all finished hauls. You know, we already recapped and
Oh, okay.
So let's start on the first one. I don't think this one you're going to be able to join in on, Fabio, but I'm sure you'll enjoy the talk. The Masterpiece line of Transformers over the weekend showed more pictures of Inferno in color and the reveal of Masterpiece Cheetor. So is anybody interested in these? Do you like them? You know, Boog, what do you think about these two?
Well, I pre-ordered the Optimus Primal. I forgot that I pre-ordered it until you just brought this topic up, actually. But when's that supposed to drop?
That is supposed to be dropping, I believe, in August.
Oh, that's right. It's around the corner almost. Okay.
Pretty close.
I'm just concerned, man. I don't know. I remember you mentioning this before, that you're certain that they'll do the core people or whatever. I just hope we don't get caught out there, man, and they don't do the core. We need Optimus Primal. We need Rat Trap, Cheetor, Rhinox, and I guess who else was on?
Just still Silverbolt, you know.
You don't even know before keep your damn self.
What was the dinosaur's name again? The raptor? What was the raptor's name? That was a not Decepticons, whatever they're called. The one that switched sides and turned into a Maximal.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name right now.
It's a very generic name. It's like Dinobot or something. I think it is
Dinobot.
Dinobot.
I think it's Dinobot. Yeah.
Him. I like him. He was one of my favorites.
We definitely know Waspinator.
Waspinator.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. Like, I mean, I don't collect Transformers. I haven't collected Transformers since I was like 10 years old. But Beast Wars was my first Transformers. That's what made me go back and check out the original G1 and all that stuff. So I might be pretty interested in getting these, at least the core Maximals team. Kind of like Boog, because those are the characters that I grew up with, and I mean, I think it'd be really cool to have them. That Cheetor looks really, really nice, and I have seen pics of that Optimus Primal. So.
The sick thing is, that Cheetor looks like he comes with like a bunch of heads. You know, it looks like 3 different heads for robot mode and 3 different animals. So that's pretty sick.
I like that it's the original form too. I didn't really care when they went a little more, robot animal hybrid.
Yeah.
I like more the original look. I forget what it was called, but it was when they had that big event happen, or it like transformed everybody, like mutated them more. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it's like Transmetal.
Right, Transmetal. That's what it is.
Yeah, I was it wasn't terrible or anything, but I prefer the other ones.
That's also the first Optimus Prime that I grew up with. So when I first heard Optimus Prime, not Primal, I was like, what the fuck's up with this? And that was the first voice I heard too, not Peter Cullen. So there's like a soft spot for it. So it's a maybe for me. They look nice.
All right. What about you, Mr. Zero?
Say what?
What about you? What do you think of these two?
I think that Beast Wars was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Beast Wars. I'm just saying, I understood the concept. I just thought that it was pretty lame. The figures, I've always liked Cheetor, so I don't know. I'm still not gonna buy them.
What's the scale on these gonna be? Are they gonna be pretty big or more like robots?
They're just gonna be a masterpiece scale. I don't really even know what scale I would call them.
Okay.
Optimus might be something like 10 inches at least.
Yeah, Optimus Primal is gonna be pretty big. I don't know about Cheetor. Cheetor looks like he'll probably be the size of what's his name, like Sideswipe.
The biggest problem I have with Beast Wars is that that shit they transform into, it doesn't go anywhere. It's kind of like the Optimus Prime's gorilla head just falls behind him, and he.
Yeah, it feels like a hood.
And I mean, Rat Trap turned into a rat, biggest rat on the fucking planet.
The biggest rat.
Somebody's thing is making everybody echo. I don't know.
Let me see if it's.
That could be me. Let me put on headphones.
I can't get mad at
Is that better?
collecting them though, because I collect all type of shit that I have no real, I'm not really that interested in. It seems kind of cool, so I'll buy it.
Yeah, they definitely look really good. Like that Optimus Primal looks sick, and so far from what we've seen for that Cheetor, he looks pretty sick too. And I can't wait to see the painted pictures because it looks like it's going to be really fucking nice.
Do you guys remember in Beast Wars, they actually had a crossover episode with the original Transformers, and like Starscream took over the body of Dinobot.
Yeah, I remember.
Right, and then they actually showed Starscream, and he was like a monolith, like a giant fucking robot towering over these animals. Not saying that that's the scale I would like, but I think I just would like them a little bit smaller than your average Transformers.
Yeah, I think the problem with people that aren't too into Transformers sometimes run into is the fact that they don't know that scale to transform to the makers, like Hasbro and Takara, doesn't matter. Like they're fucking crazy. Like
Sure.
G1, you ever watch G1 one episode? This character named Ironhide is just as tall as Optimus, and then the next episode, Optimus is like 2 times his size. So it's really hard to mix with scale. But I'm assuming if you wanted to ask what my guess would be, is that it's going to probably be about the height of what we normally get from Masterpiece. Like I think, like I said earlier, that Cheetor will probably be like sideswipe height, like 8 inches or something like that. And Optimus Primal ending up being like 10 inches. I don't know what scale I'd call it because they're fucking robots that
right.
Who knows their height, but that's what I see. So,
yeah, like Megatron, who is the biggest of the Decepticons, and then he turns into a gun and becomes handheld.
Yeah, fucking.
I understand that concept of being able to transform parts within solder parts to make something smaller or bigger. It's just what makes me like really upset about it is that when they don't do it consistently, like you said, Megatron transforms to a gun. Okay, fine.
Yeah, and sometimes he's a gun that's held, and sometimes he's just like a gun that floats and is really big.
Right, and then you get Starscream, who turns into a fucking giant jet, shorter than Optimus Prime, who turns to a semi truck.
Right.
It's just certain shit. And then, like Rick was saying, they fucked up on the cartoon. And then when they release these toys, they try to have them all in the same size or whatever. So you got Optimus, or you got fucking Sideswipe, who's a Lamborghini, the same size as Starscream. If he's not a leader class, if he's just a Voyager, he's the same size as Starscream, who's a jet. It's just, I don't know, it's weird.
Man, the scale with Transformers is the biggest pain in the ass ever.
Well, the best thing that Transformers, in my opinion, has done with scale was the Human Alliance versus the Leader class. Because if you'd have bought the Human Alliance figures, they were pretty much in scale with the Leader class.
You know what? I would agree. The Human Alliance was really good scale.
Right. So I mean, that's what got me to buying those movie Transformers, even though they looked like ass.
Yeah, it was this was really good scale with those figures. That's one thing I'll give the movies. I don't fucking like them, but hey, they make good figures, and the scale ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna screen share right now because I saw Nick Rogers just posted something on PNP that might be worth your guys' interest.
Oh yeah, that Dragon Ball picture.
Yeah, is this real?
Yeah, that's all. We've seen those all before.
Oh, we have? Okay.
They're just unreleased.
What's that?
Here, I'm gonna share it right now. Here, check it out.
It's like the 14 figures we've been promised but never got.
I didn't know any of these existed, honestly. Yeah, well, any of these two, actually.
I forgot, actually. They kind of glazed over all of this shit.
Yeah.
Especially Nappa. Especially Nappa.
And it's crazy because if you look at Nappa, like his upper arms, they look like they're from Broly, and
It does. They definitely use some of that the design for what they were gonna use for Nappa for Broly, no question.
Yeah, I think the problem that I try to tell people, is that a lot of these were shown before Dragon Ball Super ever was coming, or even if it was coming, they never told Bandai. So they had plans for like the Boos and the Jock. Oh well, the Jocko's still coming. These Gokus and stuff like that. The Shenron, the Nappa. These all were planned, but now that Dragon Ball Super is out, they just really want to make stuff from Super, like that Champa and that girl Vados and Jocko. Like those are probably going to come before everything else in this picture.
Right.
Just because they're modern and they want to get out what's out right now. So it's it's kind of a bad situation for people that wanted a lot of these that we've seen so far, because I don't think they know what they want to do. I think they want to use those releases that they have coming for just the things that are currently airing.
Why couldn't they just use cons and other special outlets to do the older characters?
Why? Is because conventions they only do paint.
Oh yeah, that is what Emiya was saying.
Yeah, they only do paint at conventions. It'd be really sick, if it was whole figures, and they would make the figures really fucking exclusive and probably go for crazy prices, which would be interesting to see. I don't know. I think they're gonna have to spread it out, but I hope they get to them sooner rather than later.
What else have we got on the docket today?
Let's go to the next topic, and it concerns what everybody loves. Comic-Con exclusives. Woo!
I got mine locked down.
There's
Yeah, Fabio, you're gonna have to give me a newt, man. Come on, man.
Oh man, I don't
thought
know.
you were coming to Comic-Con, Boog.
I don't know what's happening yet. I still haven't. We could talk about that too. I still haven't heard anything from
Damn.
SDC. I don't know why they have taken so long to say yay or nay to people for press.
Yeah, just ridiculous. There have been, there's been some leaks and reveals so far from Comic-Con. I think we'll go down the line first and then move on to the next leak after another. Let's start with Mattel. They showed a Wonder Woman. I guess it's 3 3/4 inch and some invisible plane package.
I thought that was brilliant. Like, I wouldn't get that, but just the idea of using the package, the plastic tray as the invisible jet is a brilliant idea. I think that's gonna probably get a lot of steam.
My only problem with it was that it should have just been 6 inches.
Right, yeah. That would be a really big jet, but yeah.
Yeah, and
I think it's part of their multiverse line, of the 3 3/4 inch multiverse.
Yeah, but I believe it is multiverse. Yeah.
Okay. Line that contains the Zod that everybody's so hot after.
And now, they also revealed Wily Kit and Wily Cat, Comic-Con 2-pack exclusive. At the moment, from Mattel, we have no answer if it's just going to be for the con or if it's going to be offered at a later time. But if this thing is really only for Comic-Con and there will be no other way you can get Wily Kit and Wily Cat, this is a big punch in the dick to anybody that likes Thundercats. It's fucked up.
I got that subscription.
Yeah, if you have this subscription and they do this shit to you, this is pretty fucked up.
I mean, if you got the subscription and that guarantees you, an exclusive at the con, all you got to do is go there. That's one thing. But basically locking anybody out that's not at the con is kind of a shit move. Maybe they'll have a few leftovers on the Maddie store after, on the Maddie Collector, but yeah, I mean,
I don't even think the thing is that good.
The big thing about it is that it comes with the big the backdrop.
Man,
figures, they look like shit to me. They don't even move.
Y'all knew better than to fuck with Mattel on this shit anyway. They did the same thing with Shadow Weaver. They do the same shit all the damn time. They can't come up with a proper exclusive to save their fucking life. They take a key piece of a team and then say, hey, we're going to make this exclusive hard for you to get. Man, fuck them.
Yeah, that's not right, man.
I was going to get into the Thundercats line, and then when I ended up seeing them, I was pretty underwhelmed. But like I said, although I don't collect this line, dude, if these figures are really not offered any other way but Comic-Con, this is fucked up.
Man,
yeah.
The same thing with Mom, right? Isn't it? Isn't Mom some type of exclusive or something?
No, Mumra is part of the subscription. You already get Mumra.
Oh, okay. I just remember reading something special about Mumra or whatever. I don't know.
This is like making a Justice League and saying, like, you know what? Hasbro said they're only ever going to release a Hawkeye and fucking Black Widow through Comic-Con. No other way. Like, what? Why would you do this?
Stupid Justice League.
No, Hawkeye and Black Widow more like Thor and Hulk. Not the big two, but still very core characters.
Yeah, this is the fucking main team. This isn't like you're giving us like, oh, Jackal is a Comic-Con. So it's like, oh, Jackal, okay, that's not bad. Well, come on. I do hope for all those collecting this line, for their sake, that this is just for, like, something stupid like the skateboards that are the surfboards they come with is what's exclusive or something. Because if you can't get these any other way, there's a real fuck up. What do you think, Mr. Boog?
Like I said, I just don't even think the figures look that good anyway. But yeah, like you've all already mentioned, Maddie is already known for making it very difficult. I mean, in a way, I guess that's kind of like the point of a Comic-Con exclusive, but it definitely does not bode well with the fans and shit. So, but I didn't subscribe to any of these Thundercat figures anyway, because from the beginning, I don't like the stature, the mold of the figures. I didn't like the way Lionel looked, so that automatically turned me off for the whole line. He's like the premier character in the line. We've talked about this too. So
Yeah, that was my problem too. I thought that Lionel wasn't that great.
he looked like real stumpy. I don't like the look. But I will say Jackal looked pretty fucking nice stuff.
Yeah, Jackal looked good. Because
Y'all don't stop calling that man Jackal and start calling him Jackal Man.
Jackal Man, all right, yeah, no doubt.
It was I don't know. I liked that old line that existed before with where we had Tigra and we had Lionel. It's too bad that one didn't continue. I actually really like those figures.
The Bandai?
Yeah, even though the scale was fucking huge, I actually really like those figures.
Well, I think the biggest, aside from I guess the surfboards, which are pretty key, but the backdrop, the box itself turns into a backdrop, and it has like a little platform on the bottom of it, specifically so you could display your Thundercats in front of your Cat's Lair backdrop. So I guess that's cool, but I guess it kind of, the issue is what's better to have as a Comic-Con exclusive, kind of like what Bandai does, where they just give you a non-essential repaint that's kind of bullshit at times, or like two core characters with a key piece of prop. What's better to have as an exclusive?
Make your core character an exclusive, because one of the whole things with people paying for a subscription or anything else is so that they can build the core team. Who doesn't want the core? So I mean, that's the same bullshit that Toy Biz was doing with Marvel Legends and make one of the key people a chase figure. It's like, that's dumb. Like, seriously, I mean, when something's hard to find, people want to get it anyway. So even if they would have made fucking Long Shot a chase figure, somebody would have went to try and find it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the big problem is that at least when things like with when you release in a wave and you make one per case, at least you still have a chance. But if you don't go to Comic-Con, what chance do you possibly have?
But I don't feel bad for. I mean, I might get some flack behind this, whatever. I don't give a fuck. I do not feel bad about the Matty Collector, the people who backed them. I don't feel bad about it because they've been on bullshit from the very beginning, all the way back to the fucking DC superheroes line. Back when they started that shit, they've always been on bullshit. I mean, I think people should have learned through the Masters of the Universe collectors how they fucked them over with the Castle Grayskull and size and everything, and just reneging on certain shit. And
oh yeah, did you see what happened with Snake Mountain?
What happened?
So man, they took pre-orders, they took people's money, now they won't release it.
What?
Well, see. This is what I'm telling you.
I believe they returned the money, but still, like, damn, dude, you put it up for order.
Canceled it?
Yeah, canceled, straight up dead.
What?
Yeah.
I'm disappointed. I don't even collect that, but dude, that would have been a sweet piece for people to own. I'm sad for Motu fans right now.
I just do not back Mattel. I mean, don't get it twisted. I like figures, so if Mattel releases something I like, I'm not saying for you not to buy anything or whatever, but to just blindly just give Mattel your money and put faith in Mattel, I mean, you're just being stupid. And this right here, like Rick said, to release Wally Kid and Wally Cat as exclusives is just some bullshit. And I don't even know if they're going to release them to the general public in a different way or not. But, I mean, like I said before, I don't have faith in them. And I'm not buying into the line. Like, I started to, but like Boog said, I started looking at him, and he just looked way bigger than Lionel should be. And it just looked really weird. So I just pretty much fell back from that shit. I mean, I don't know. That's just some bullshit. They could have made Jaga the fucking exclusive. They could have made somebody else the fucking exclusive though, not two people from the core team. That's just retarded.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. But like you said, to a certain degree, you gotta blame the people that keep on going back.
I mean, but in a way they're getting duped. Because, who doesn't want to like a line, or who doesn't want to, like, okay, these guys are bringing us our favorite characters. It's the only way we're going to get them. So who doesn't really want to, like, okay, I really want this to work. But, I mean, it's like what Fabio said about Fox. Like, don't pay to go see the X-Men movie. Like, when he said that or whatever. Like, just make these bastards do it the way it's supposed to be done. Like, that's just what I think. But,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad I didn't hop onto the subscription thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't even sold on the figures, but honestly, Mattel's fucking up. I
Yeah,
gotta go stop by the company store and be like, hey, can you guys tell your CEOs to quit fucking around?
Yeah, these are some pretty big fucking mistakes. Like I said, for all we know, they could release it somewhere else in some other capacity, but right now it doesn't look like it, and that really sucks.
Man.
Those
Because the one they showed was huge. So the original was the production model was supposed to be a little bit smaller, but fuck it, someone's got to go steal that big ass Snake Mountain now.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, it's all right because you gave them back their money, but what the fuck, man? Like, how are you just like like, yeah, we're gonna finally get this out. Here's the pre-orders, and then nope. What a huge mistake. All right, so besides Mattel and their shitty practices, let's get into is more of a for more Bandai news, somebody, we're not really sure who, leaked pictures of the figure art stuff that's coming for Comic-Con. We saw pictures of higher contrasted color Broly with more green highlights in it. And I was wondering what everybody's thoughts are on it. Boog, what do you think about this exclusive?
Man, I could barely see that fucking picture, first of all. So for whatever reason, my eyes only focused in on Broly. I didn't even really look at the other stuff that was there.
Oh,
So.
man, the other stuff, but it's just it's whatever. Nothing else is really like. I think there's a repaint of the Stormtrooper that looks like a samurai. There's not even a Sailor Moon exclusive this year, so that's strange. And they have a Sentinel figure that's already been released like everywhere else. So
nothing too exciting, huh?
And there's also another Mega Man release with a different looks like a different color. So that one's cool, but again, nothing like as widespread as something like Dragon Ball Z.
I don't feel like Broly was like super hard to get. I feel like anybody who wanted a Broly got a Broly. I don't feel like it was like really difficult to get. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be good for people that missed out, but yeah, a lot of people already have Broly, and I think only the real like hardcore people are going to be like, oh shit, I need one with the green hair.
Yeah, I mean that's how he originally is. Very green tint to him. So
I'm just pissed it's not Bio Broly.
Oh God. What do you think, Mr. Pharaoh?
I think that I don't know. I think that figure arts has Dragon Ball Z collectors by the balls. Is what I think.
They definitely do.
They do some ridiculous shit, in my opinion, as far as releases, especially with the this repaint shit. I understand it, but I mean, the way Dragon Ball Z collectors run out and just like have to have, like, I've seen the Broly picture with the green hair. I mean, first of all, it's butt fucking ugly in my opinion. I just, but I mean, it's crazy how on some of those message boards they're actually going crazy for that damn thing. And I mean, even right now, how much is Broly now? Can't you get it for like $130?
You could get him for like 110.
Okay, see, I don't know. It's another wasted slot, man. I don't know. I don't actually care. I don't think I'm going to be getting one, or if I do, I'm definitely going to be getting one to resell. Yeah, you guys heard. I'm going to try and break somebody's fucking balls up with that fucking price.
Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. I thought about it just for having it, just for some trade bait or something down the line. I don't know that I need that. I don't know. But again, I'm actually guilty of being one of those people that still pretty much got every Dragon Ball figure that came out. Only thing that I passed on was the Vegeta. The Scout of Vegeta that came out in the anime colors or whatever.
Yeah, the ugly color one.
Right. I passed on that because it just looked fucking ridiculous, and because that figure was very Um, it was not good. The quality control on that figure was horrible. That loose leg was nuts. Every time I open that figure, I get pissed. I only use the accessories from that figure, the different heads and stuff like that, on some of the newer Vegetas that we've gotten recently. I actually just took some pictures with those the interchangeable faces and the heads, but the legs on that figure fucking piss me off, man. So yeah, I passed on that one. If somebody says, "Yo, Boog," if I'm not at Comic Con and somebody's like, "Yo, I could get this for you," then it is what it is. But I'm not about to go nuts over it.
Yeah, I'll get one for myself, but I don't know. I don't think people are going to be too excited for this one like that. Like Pharaoh said, um, anyone who wanted one probably already bought one. And this Broly figure, we've gotten told by the people that work at Bandai, is actually the highest produced SHF ever in history.
See,
Um,
they anticipated that people were gonna really, really want that shit.
and it sold out everywhere. Even with those high production numbers, it sold out everywhere. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm gonna resell one just because I don't think it's gonna go for that much money. I'm assuming retail is gonna be like $80. And I just have a hard time believing somebody's going to pay more than 150 for it. And to me, as a guy looking into reselling something, it doesn't look like a good prospect on return. I would rather just go wait at the Funko line and make like $100 off a $7 figure instead of waiting in line with Bondi to get an $80 figure to barely make back half of what.
That's real shit, because those fucking Funko Pops is on some Beanie Baby shit right now.
It was a funny story. I was at the Funko Pop line for the first time ever, and I just wanted one specific character because they have no merchandise for the show other than this Funko Pop that was going to be exclusive to the show. And I get it, and I was happy with it. I was just fine. And I picked up a few other things that people said would be worth money when I was in the line. I asked around, and man, I got home and the thing went for like $220. It cost me $7. So I let that bitch fly. She was out of my collection in an instant, and I've all the other ones that I sold were worth crazy money too, like $100, $150. It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
I would rather spend my time waiting for that than going to the Bondi line and trying to get a figure that's not going to give me that great of a return.
yeah, it's crazy though. But I mean, I don't think anybody really thought that any of those Dragon Ball Z figures that's going for big money now would ever go for that much money. I mean, you realize a fucking Frieza gets you like $200. Like, so, I mean, who knows? I mean, think about it, man. You're talking about a bunch of collectors who will give you $30 for a goddamn brown shipper.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you really can't be like,
The most fanatical I'm fucking up collectors out there, Dragon Ball Z collectors, no question.
Oh yeah. So there is that hope that they may go for money, and if they do, I'll make sure to grab a few, and if I can, one for Mr. Boog, but I don't know. I hope they get good return. You never know. Like Pharaoh said, these fans are fucking crazy, man. They'll buy anything. They'll buy a brown box. So we'll see. All right, let's get into the next topic now that is out of the way.
Real quick though, I forgot to mention during my hauls that I got the Mezco Spock. Oh my god, you guys. Fantastic.
Oh, that figure's great too, yeah.
Fuck, I love it. It might be my favorite at the moment. Like everything from the stitching, the likeness, the accessories, just spot on stuff. I did that.
Talked about that
simple Sunday shot.
The picture you took was nice, but really, it's just the head. It's not. I mean, the costume is cool and shit, but like, I don't know.
It's actually a new body though.
I'm excited to see someone, photograph all of them together once they are, or the core team together, or whatever. I'm not a big enough Star Trek fan to get into those, but I am excited to see where it goes and to see people take pictures and stuff with them.
Yeah, man. But I just don't think it's worth the money. if the Star Trek figures are like 50, because that Spock does look nice, I think I would have fucked around and bought Spock, but not for 65 or 70. The extra little money, I just don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much you like the property, but I mean, I love Star Trek, and I think it's a fitting tribute for what? What? What'd you say, Pharaoh? Really? I don't know what you said.
I said, shut the fuck up.
All right. All right, moving on. But yeah, no, it's fucking fantastic. I can't wait to get the rest of the team in the captain's chair, and I'm actually looking at that Diamond Select re-release of the Mego set from the '75. And I think the Migos were like really oversized for that set anyway, so I think it'll be pretty well in scale with these Mezcos, even though it's kind of a weird psychedelic color palette that they chose for the Enterprise, but fuck it. It looks good.
Is Mezco's doing the captain chair?
Yeah, they're doing the captain's chair for sure, but as far as like a whole set, of the Enterprise bridge, that's a whole nother story. They made one for their photo shoots for the figures, obviously, but I don't know if that's actually going to be something that they'll ever sell.
Hey man, if they can do a fucking thing for Ghostbusters, they should fucking be ramping up for Star Trek.
Are they doing like a set for Ghostbusters though? I know they're doing the figures.
Man, it's an entire rooftop base. It's huge.
No, man, that's Diamond.
You're talking about Diamond though, huh?
Yeah, Diamond. I thought that's what we were talking about.
I'm talking about Mezco.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said like Mego Diamond or something like that.
Right, because Diamond Select re-released the old Mego set from '75.
Oh, yeah.
It's not too bad. It's actually on their Amazon store, so it's free shipping. So I might get that. But like I said, it's made for 8-inch figures, but honestly, it's like if you look at the figures in it, they're like almost to the top of the walls. Like they're really big. So I think this will work okay with the 6-inch figures, the 112 collected figures.
Yeah, it's too bad that Mezco didn't, just from the gate, release like pieces to build something with all these figures. Would have been interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting the chair, but I guess it depends on how well like Star Trek itself sells, and then maybe they can determine what else they want to do. But yeah, I definitely need to get the rest of the core Enterprise crew.
How long is that going to take? Is the question.
Sulu, I just got the billing notice a couple days ago. Should be billing on the 15th, and then here at the end of the month, and then Kirk is a month after that.
Do they have plans on doing like the next generation too?
I guess we'll see at Comic-Con, because right now the only 3 that they have announced and shown is Spock, Sulu, and Kirk. I think we'll see more at SDCC. There's a rumored female figure that they're going to be showing, the first female figure in this line. People are thinking it's going to be Uhura, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, that definitely seems like it'll probably be Uhura.
Boog wants that Wesley Crusher figure.
Who?
From I thought you liked Star Trek. Wesley Crusher. What is his name?
From TNG or TOS?
It's Wesley Crusher.
That's why that's about the next generation.
See, I'm more of a TOS fan, honestly. I don't think I've seen too many episodes of Next Generation, but I've seen most of the movies. But I like the original series and original crew better. I don't know.
Like corny shit better.
I do. The cardboard sets, they speak to me. I don't know. There's something about being teleported back into that time period through television that's appealing to me.
I'm with you though. It's in that same vein as the old Batman show.
Mm-hmm.
Just that corny good shit.
Star Trek isn't even that like corny. The effects are corny as fuck. I'll give you that. But like the themes and the writing is usually pretty mature. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. I kind of divulged just for a minute there.
Wesley Crusher aside, let's move on to something different. This is more of a speculative post, but Comic-Con is approaching, and we've seen some things, but for whatever reason, Hasbro has not spoken up about exclusives this year.
You know what? They do this shit every year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
every year it seems like it gets later and later for them to announce and shit.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably due to wanting to stop resellers from posting stuff so that they can have capital for the show, but it fucking sucks. Not knowing ahead of time.
What's today's date? The 12th?
12th. Show's at the end of the month, right?
No, it's next month.
Oh, okay.
So we I don't even remember when they announced last year. It was very close to the show though. Shit, it
Yeah.
might have been like a week before or a few days before. I don't know. I can't remember. So we might have some time before we hear what's what with that.
Yeah, it sucks because promises or help can't be given to people, or even considered due to the fact that we just don't know shit.
Right.
We don't even know. If it's some hot ass item, that I'm just like, damn, this shit is gonna sell crazy. I don't know if I can help out, or oh man, this is gonna be whatever. I'll help out as many people as possible. It sucks.
Man, I'm thinking though. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it's X-Men themed.
Yeah, that would be
Apocalypse themed, actually.
X-Men, Spider-Man. That's what I'm anticipating.
Right.
One of the two, in my opinion. I don't think it could be really anything else.
They're gonna give you a set with a big apocalypse and a small one.
I know. Solid Snake claimed that there was going to be an announcement before June 7th, but man, it's almost a week later, and we ain't got shit. So
last year, or was it last year or the year before, they had already rumored the X-Men set, and then that's when we got the Thunderbolt set, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's when we ended up getting Thunderbolts. Yeah.
And then I think they turned that set into the true set, didn't they?
You think that's what it was?
The first box or whatever it's called.
I wonder if that's what it was. I never
Everyone
really
knows how much that set sold.
The set that was for Comic-Con actually is completely different, Fabio.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Somebody that we know is friends with someone at Hasbro and claimed they'd seen an Xavier in a hover chair. So the set was actually going to be very different. It was going to have a Jim Lee Cyclops. It was going to have an Xavier in a hover chair, and a few other things. And it never actually ended up happening, which was it sucked. Sounded like a really sick one.
I don't know.
Well, they better impress us. That's all I'll say. I mean, the money that they're squeezing from us this year so far with all these goddamn waves and pre-orders, I mean, I don't want to say to make this a must-buy because there's already so much stuff that's kind of must-buy as far as new waves. So I'd be okay if this was kind of a non-essential set.
Hold on. The motherfucker who buys a Weird Al figure needs for them to impress him? Fuck out of here.
Hey, that Weird Al's pretty cool, man. I haven't opened it yet, but I like looking at it. It's got an accordion, white shirt, checkered Vans, Pharaoh.
Weird Al shit.
Checkered Vans. Come on.
They could give me the Stilt Man figure, and I still would be more impressed than fucking Weird Al.
Hey man, I'll buy the shit out of a Stilt Man.
Give me Squirrel Girl, and I still motherfucking fuck out of here.
You know what I'd really buy in the Mego style is Gary Oldman as the Elephant Man. That'd be so sick.
Gary Oldman, Elephant Man, Mego style. You heard it, NECA.
There's a market for it. That's at least one sale right there.
Just coming
All
out
snowballs.
now.
Oh, there you go. Randy is going to start making Mego style figures for fucking Golden Girls.
Yo, you won't be forced to do that. Make a Twitter request for that all the
San Diego
time.
exclusive Blanche.
They really get people asking for that all the time.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
That's nuts.
They did just announce the quarter scale Catwoman too from Batman Returns.
Man, where the hell is my Dorothy? Where's my Dorothy Golden Girls at?
Right.
The whole hood is shouting for it right now.
Didn't Betty White just die though?
No, she's alive.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna kick the bucket soon though. She's like 96.
Honestly, should we have like a to quote the character, a Deadpool going on? Because this seems like the year for it.
Is she
all these celebrity deaths.
Is she the last one from that crew?
The last one.
Oh yeah, huh? Oh, that's scary. Yeah, I'm calling it. It's this year.
She's a witch.
She might be.
Y'all think she's normal, man. That bitch is a witch.
She sucks the youth from other Hollywood starlets.
Yeah, she might be.
She's been alive way too long.
You know what it is too, though. The wonderful thing about actually getting to be that old and shit is when you actually have all your scruples and you actually still high functioning and you alert, what's what. Like, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh, yeah,
You get 1-year-old dick, man.
she's a regular in a TV show still. She's out there, still functioning.
That's crazy.
Functioning no problem. I haven't met Stan Lee in quite a few years, so I don't know how he's doing. I don't know.
He was at Comic Bug for Free Comic Book Day. I saw some pictures of him. He looks good. He looks old, but he looks good. No, I didn't get to meet him.
What?
It was a raffle. I didn't get to meet him.
Oh, raffle. Yeah. Hello.
I could have gone and just like took a picture or whatever, but they weren't allowing anyone who wasn't part of the raffle to go.
Man, you should have been like, bitch. I help you guys out all the time. You let me take a picture.
No, they didn't want like two. I mean, if they said that to one person within earshot of like all these other people at the thing, they would have given Stanley a heart attack with the crowd that would have been heading his way.
You see, Fabio, what you do is that you tell him, "Oh man, I need to use your bathroom." You go to the back, you pull one by the collar, and you go, "Listen here, motherfucker. I help you keep the shit all the time, so you better let me meet Stan the Man, or I'm about to go crazy up in this bitch."
All right. Just take a raffle ticket.
Right this way. They took him in the back and beat his ass.
He's still Stan Lee's still fucking caking up off of his appearances, man.
Yeah, but I think this year is supposed to be his last appearance ever.
Yeah, so they say.
I don't know if he's still gonna do Kamikaze regularly because that's like his show. But as far as it's either, I think New York Comic Con is gonna be his like last con appearance in the U.S.
He's not giving
everywhere else.
What it is now is that we actually, I don't remember who I was with. We were having the discussion. The New York Comic Con appearance is going to be his last appearance in the East Coast, and he will now not go to conventions. After that point, he will now not go to the convention that isn't his. He runs a convention called Stan Lee's Kamikaze. So he will actually not be going to any convention but that one now. It is very close it's very close to his home. It's his convention, so he just feels like, I'm old, this is it.
So basically he'll just come out his crib in his slippers and get $50 a pop for everybody that takes it.
Exactly.
$50, yeah, right. It's more like $150.
Like $150?
Yeah, $50 for a Stan Lee autograph, I'd pay that.
Let's think about that. So what's the basic package for Stan Lee? It's just the autograph, right? No picture. That's $50 probably, right? $60 maybe?
I think that's 100, and then I think
up to 100, I'd say.
I think 150 is with picture.
All right, let's say 75 just for the autograph and shit. Like, how many people you think he'll go through in a fucking day? And we only talking about one day. Conventions is usually a weekend. It's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and shit. So he'll probably work two of those days.
When he came to a comic book shop by my house, where he's friends with the owner, he did I think 200 in one day. He was only there one day for a few hours, and he did 200.
Yeah, the guy's a machine.
Yeah, and every ticket for the signature. We were cheaper, obviously, because it's not a convention, and he was the owner's friend. But he charged everyone $45, and you got a free T-shirt.
Yo, he is trapping out the fucking Comic Con.
Unreal.
That's 15 grand minimum for a day of chilling.
Yeah.
What does he even do with money? Like, what does he buy? What do you think Stan Lee goes home and does?
Probably don't buy shit. He don't gotta buy shit. He's fucking Stan Lee. He don't gotta buy shit. He's banking all of that fucking money.
Walks into a Target every time he needs groceries with his wife, and they're just like, "Oh fuck this Stan Lee. Let this nigga walk out of here."
He's good.
Yeah, he don't need to pay. He's all right.
But I don't know. You never hear about his family and shit. Does he have kids?
I know he has a wife. I know he has a wife. I'm sure he must have children. I've never heard of them though.
I thought he was like the ultimate confirmed bachelor.
Yeah, he has a wife.
Where's that fucking money going?
Yeah, maybe.
Who's he passing
College
it?
fund.
Yeah, there's something about the
Trust fund. Those kids are never gonna have to work a day in their lives.
Basically, that's official trust fund shit right there, where you just you totally disconnected from anything that is middle class, lower class. You don't know nothing about that life.
Mm-hmm.
Just like on some other shit.
Oh, he only has one kid.
Oh, okay.
One kid?
He's been married since 1947.
What?
To Joan.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, to Joan Bucock.
Cheaper to
Joan
keep
Bukaki? What?
Joan
her.
Bucock. That's his wife's name.
Cheaper to keep her, baby. He knows that's old pimping right there.
My God.
Yeah, so apparently I'm assuming, since he's been married to that girl forever, that the kid he has is with her. So I'm assuming he must have a shitload of grandkids. Something.
Something, right?
Yeah, you gotta have some grandkids,
Imagine if your granddad is Stan Lee.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine?
It'd be stupid not to name another child in that family Stan, though. We need a Stanley Jr.
Stan Lee, man.
Yeah, everybody better fucking be Stan Lee.
Well, that's not his actual last name, but
No, I know.
I wonder if his family has like a different official last name.
That's like a something. It's like it starts with Lee though. It starts with like Lee, but it ends with something else.
So there's a couple of people chiming in about the Stan Lee autographs, and somebody at New Orleans Comic Con. This was Swaggy Spoder. New Orleans Comic Con 3 years ago. It was $60 for Stan's signature and $80 for him to sign whatever you bring in.
All
And
right.
then he got the mint on card Marvel Legends SDCC Stan Lee signed, the same one that I was trying to get signed.
That's the best thing you could get signed.
Mm-hmm. What's so meta about it is it already has like a Stan Lee signature printed on it. Just get him to sign it in silver, like slightly offset to that, give it a 3D effect.
Oh, Avenger Vasti says that he met him 2 weeks ago and they charged him $107. By the way, for anybody in the comments, start asking questions because it's coming up.
Yeah. We got the coming up.
Sorry, man, I can't pay $100 to have him sign shit.
I know. That's a bit much.
In 2000, I think it was 2011. Yeah, 2011. I paid $45 and I got a free T-shirt. So.
Inflation.
Now it's to the point to where is the signature actually worth anything?
Hell no.
It's only worth. I think Emiya touched on this. It's only worth something if you get something valuable to begin with signed.
Yeah,
like if you just get some random like Pizza Spidey or something signed. Yeah, Pizza Spidey's a good figure, but it's not exactly like super sought after, valuable, rare ass figure that's super specific to Stan Lee.
Hey, I'm glad you said something about Spider-Man. Why haven't they released a box set for San Diego with Spider-Man, redo the #1 cover? They can use the piece of Spider-Man, but they can reissue that Stan Lee figure with him doing the actual cover, with him actually carrying Stan Lee.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't understand why they haven't done that yet.
Maybe that would be the set, whenever Stan Lee sadly meets his demise.
That thing is gonna go up on eBay for $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, I for one am really. I'm sure Todd doesn't agree. I know he's not a big fan of Spider-Man, but I for one am really hoping for a fucking Spider-Man set. I want all the Spider-Man. We won't get at retail.
Spider-Verse set.
Yeah, I want the Noir Spider-Man.
Pretty cool.
I want a Peter Parker in normal clothes. I want a fucking J. Jonah Jameson, but without the jacket. Aunt May, where's Aunt May at? Put her in that box set. Got the punk rock Spider-Man. There's a lot, man.
Yeah, they could do like a 5-figure set and even include like the Spider-Ham or something as a little pack-in.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. Or you could even fucking just do the Spider-Ham as a fucking giveaway at the booth. A lot of these companies give away stuff at their booths just for free.
I can see Spider-Ham being like the next Marvel Unlimited subscription exclusive.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I also like we said earlier. I wouldn't mind a fucking X-Men set.
Yeah, X-Men set would be ideal, honestly. Like a giant size X-Men, kind of recreating the looks from that cover would be perfect.
That
would be
right there, Fabio.
That would probably be the best-selling Legend set of all time. I would go as far as to say that.
Just like Pharaoh said earlier, recreating a comic book cover. If it was just like the Toys R Us one for the MU that we got many years ago, man, that set would sell like fucking hotcakes. I don't know what I'd be able to do. I wouldn't even be able to promise one to myself. It would probably be that popular.
Well, we got some questions coming in, I think. We had one a little earlier. Well, we haven't heard any more rumors on the Legends exclusives, unfortunately. So this is all just speculation, but that's fun, right? We like speculating.
Yeah, we're just giving our thoughts. It's no big
Mhm.
deal. Nothing we're saying is absolute. Just our fucking opinion. You guys don't want to agree with us, no big deal.
Mhm.
I wonder how far in advance they start planning the SDCC exclusives.
They probably
Shit,
do it a whole year ahead.
Yeah, I'm about to say they probably do that shit when they plan out the waves for the year.
Well,
Mhm.
then, if that's the case, then I would definitely put my money on something Spider-Man or X-Men related. No question about it. Like we've been saying, I'll say X-Men even more so than Spider-Man right now.
Yeah.
Well, one question we just got from J. Chico Moran. How do we feel about McFarlane making those Attack on Titan figures? And if by figures, I think he means statues.
They're
I didn't even know he was doing that.
They're gonna have
Yeah, they have the license.
they're gonna have like 4 pieces of articulation on. Me and Emiya talked about it on the import show.
I didn't know he was even doing that shit. McFarlane?
Yeah, he's doing Attack on Titan, Eden. He's in a terrible pose. Doesn't make any sense. Kaneki Ken from Tokyo Ghoul. That one looks really good. Naruto looks really, really fucking good. I don't even care that thing doesn't have articulation, obviously. It looks really, really good. Same with the Kaneki Ken. I think they both they look pretty good.
I think McFarlane I thought he'd be the kind of person that says anime, I didn't think he was that kind of dude.
He used to do anime stuff back in the day too.
Yeah?
I think I don't know. I just think McFarlane needs to stop calling them action figures and just call them statues.
Yeah.
No big deal. There can be two things.
I'm gonna screen share right now because I'm looking at this Naruto. It looks pretty good. I like the texturing on the suit.
That Naruto.
If it has 1 point of articulation, it's technically an action figure.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Semantics.
Well, most definitely. I agree with you actually.
Yeah. Look at that Naruto. He looks fucking crazy sick.
Looks good. I like the texturing that he has on the suit. I'll get a closer picture so you can see.
Looks really, really sick.
It's got this nice texturing, but the only articulation I see right now is the head.
Yeah, and like I said, it's fine. You just want to release statues. No problem. I have a shitload of statues. It's not a thing. But it just sucks that these people want action figures with your detail on them, and you just release statues and call them action figures because they move in.
But you know what, Rick? Even the figures that are actually action figures don't move like they're supposed to.
No, yeah, and it's all Todd's fault, man. He hates articulation. Like I said before, just make statues then. You don't like articulation, just make statues, dude. No big deal.
Never get the license.
Look at that fucking Daryl right there. That Daryl on a motorcycle, that statue, is like the craziest thing ever. You ever seen that thing? Ridiculous.
This one?
It's over on the right-hand side of you.
Oh, this one.
In color. Look at that thing. It's nuts. They're crazy. Just stick to statues. No big deal. Just stick to that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give us like 2 points of articulation and be like, this is enough.
You're basically getting this right here, a little like figurine statue thing.
Yeah, they're going to be big.
They're
going to be like 8 inches tall.
Right. These are, let's see, 7-inch figures.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, like 7.
Bigger, better.
You're going to be able to remove the limbs and put on different limbs, probably like the Michonne. I bought that Michonne statue figure, or whatever. You can put it in a position to where she's holding a sword with the point going over her forehead, or where she can hold it back like she's swinging it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even get my hopes up for that on these.
Yeah,
there's no seams in the arms at all.
Yeah, people were hoping for seams at the arms.
I think I'm only going to see the waist here. That there's probably something underneath there.
That's a prototype, though.
You don't think they'd have the articulation to it?
No, they're gonna have probably like just a few more pieces of articulation. It looks like, which is fine. Like I said, I don't give a shit. I like statues, so But it does suck for people that want action figures in their style, and then they just make them with like 2 pieces of articulation. Just make them a straight up statue, or make them well articulated. Anything in between is a slap in the face.
I think there's a certain appeal to calling it an action figure, even though it's basically a statue. Because, I don't know, I feel like these are more meant for, that office drone who just likes having figures on his desk. He just wants like something to display that's, set it down and it's done. It's not really made for someone really thinking about how we think about figures as far as
Oh,
articulation.
yeah. It's all about what Todd wants. From the beginning to the end of his career making action figures, it's all about what he likes and what he
Right.
wants.
And it seems like what he wants right now is just casual fans. He's
Yeah.
really alienating the hardcore collecting community with this.
But
I
then
think.
you think about it, man. With so many other lines, I mean, Figure Arts has a fully articulated Naruto. So I guess it's like, why keep making that shit? I guess he makes what he wants because there's other things out there. I just hope that he doesn't fuck up with Spawn.
Oh, that Spawn looks
The
like
new Spawn? Yeah, it's already a statue, isn't it?
four pieces of articulation Spawn.
Yeah, but you gotta realize he's doing. If I'm not mistaken, he said something about doing like 15 or 20 figures.
Yeah.
If he even gets there, come on. If this shit doesn't sell, it's not even going to get close to that. And I don't think this is going to sell very much. It'll probably sell initially just because it's been a long time since we had Spawn action figures in stores. But once that first hype dies down, I mean, honestly...
I'm going to buy that, actually. If it's only like $20 or something, I'm buying it.
Yeah, if it's $20 or less, I'll buy the Spawn. I like the Naruto enough to where I'll pay over $20. I don't like that Eden. I'm sure I'm gonna like that Kaneki whenever they show not just the production picture. Well, we'll see. It does suck that he just doesn't understand that you can just have two separate things. You could have crazy articulation that breaks up the sculpt, and you could have no articulation. You don't need to have like 3 points.
Not into it. It's a pass. I guess they're doing Assassin's Creed movie figures, too.
Oh, yeah, those look trash. Those look terrible.
I guess it's different than the color tops, though.
Yeah, they're different color tops, yeah.
There's the red cap collection, and then there's the color tops. I don't get you, Todd. I don't understand. Mass Effect. Like, these are such great licenses, but dude, be fucking up. I would love a Assassin's Creed movie figure, even if the movie isn't that good. I just like the look of Michael Fassbender in it. Costumes are really good, but if I can't do anything with them, then what's the point, man?
Yeah, I'm not too excited for that movie. I mean, I've never been a big fan of Assassin's Creed other than the first one when I played it, and after the first one, I was just like, meh, I don't really want to play anything else.
Dude, honestly, the first two games were really, really good, and they built a very rich world, even if the gameplay was a little repetitive. And then after Brotherhood, it just fucking took a nosedive, man. I think the last good one that people really enjoyed top to bottom was the pirate one. I think that was 4.
Yeah, the pirate one looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. But as far as the story, I was playing the game strictly for the story. Because it actually, and the way it sets up in the first two, especially, has a really good story. And yeah, Abel Frost just chimed in. AC2, Assassin's Creed 2, is the best one. I would agree with that. The story cliffhanger that it leaves you at the end makes you want to play the rest of the goddamn story. But as soon as you do, you're disappointed. It's just so bad. They jump the shark. It's bad, man. But the way the second one ends, that's a good one. Basically, they reveal that there's been a race of gods, not really gods, but they were humans that existed before current humans, and they left pieces of power around, and they're giving a message to you, the player character, and you're watching this cutscene, and they're talking to your character, and your character chimes in, and he's like, "Who are you talking to?" And then the god hologram person's like, "Oh, we're not talking to you, player character. We're talking to you, the guy playing the game right now. We're talking to you directly at the screen. You're the one that has to save the world," or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That impressed you?
It did. Actually, I lied. They're not even talking to you, the player character. They're talking to you, the guy who's in the Animus machine playing as your ancestor, the actual guy. So I thought that was cool that, basically what they reveal is that in the past, when you're reliving this memory of your ancestor met this god, and that god was talking to the future version of you playing as your ancestor. So it's some meta-ass stuff. And that's why it was really good. And then after that, it just went completely off the deep end. That makes no sense. All the games are terrible and buggy, and honestly, that franchise is on the verge of dying. I think this movie will be the defining thing. What's that, Rick?
I said the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. I mean, he dove off a big tower, presumably into a bale of hay. It's just like the games. Everyone's gonna love him. Anyway, back to the Q&A.
Mr. Todd adds in that Spider-Man is too easy to be released in regular waves, so it's a waste of a Comic-Con exclusive. I don't really think that, man. I mean, I think, something like, Black Costume Spider-Man, don't ever put that in a Comic-Con set. That I do agree with.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of things that you wouldn't put into a regular wave. Like, you would never put an Aunt May or a Gwen Stacy or a Mary Jane. So, why not put those in a box set, something like that? I think
something like that would be dope if they did like a street clothes.
There's levels to this shit. Definitely
Yeah.
Spider-Man is very, very popular. Spider-Man's really popular. There's a lot of costumes that are going to get made eventually, but there's a lot of things we're never going to get with Spider-Man. It would be sick to have it in a box set.
You tell Todd, if they can make a box set of those lame-ass Guardians of the Galaxy characters, then they can do a Spider-Man set. Fuck you, Todd.
You heard that, Todd. Get ready to clap back at him, Todd. Where are you at?
Internet just chimed in. He wants the SDCC exclusive to be more Inhumans, like Crystal, Karnak, Triton, Gorgon, and Lockjaw, because we already have the Black Bolt and Medusa from the set last year, or the year before.
That would be really cool. The only problem is that if you didn't get the set before and you don't have Black Bolt and Medusa, who's pretty expensive, that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
but
those are already pretty expensive. Imagine the price going up if more characters from that core team come out.
That set itself does sound really cool, though. No lie, that does sound really cool.
He also says a civilian set would be sick, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Guardians 3000. I think Guardians 3000 is the original Guardians of the Galaxy, right? With the guy with the Captain America shield, and then I don't remember any of their names. the guy that Michael Rooker played in the movie, Yondu. Yeah, that's the original Guardians team. A couple others.
Hayden Handline says, how about a SDCC exclusive set of the Deadpool corpse? That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it would.
It'd fucking sell like crazy.
Yeah, if it came in an even bigger taco truck this time.
Yeah, that would sell. That would sell crazy.
And yeah, Deadpool craze is just all over the world.
Fuck everybody up if they did something Deadpool related and they released the Vespa that everybody's buying right now on their own.
Oh yeah, that red Vespa that people keep getting accidentally in gray or in black.
Yeah, Nick Rogers, they're trolling him so hard on Plastic and Pain about that. I'm enjoying it.
But honestly, I would be disappointed if it's a Deadpool exclusive, though. Honestly.
Yeah.
It is interesting, if that rumor that people have been floating around that there's 2 Marvel Legends exclusive coming for 2016. That would be interesting if it doesn't end up just one being a movie one.
That would be really, really dope if they did just say, fuck it, we're going to do a movie Deadpool thing.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are hoping for. We heard two Marvel Legends, and we thought one movie, one comic, and it would be cool to see a Marvel Legends movie Deadpool Comic-Con exclusive. I'm sure it would fucking resell for insane, unreal amounts of money.
Oh yeah, I guess that would be good just because it would eliminate the whole argument of people being like, oh, why would you sell toys for an R-rated movie in the kids section of the toy store? If it's relegated to being something that you have to pick up at a convention and presumably an adult is going to be the one presenting ID for it, then that's one thing. That's how you can get around the whole R-rating thing. I guess they could do the same for Netflix stuff too.
I don't know, man. I don't think that it should be that big of a problem. I mean, seeing that, parents let their, when I was going to see Deadpool both times, there are plenty of kids in the damn movie. Plenty of them. So, I don't know.
You know what that means, though, Pharaoh?
What does that mean?
Plenty of bad parents letting their children see an R-rated movie.
Basically.
That doesn't mean they're bad parents. My child didn't go see it. None of them, but that don't make them bad parents.
Well, I'll agree it doesn't make you a good parent.
It's a comic. It's a comic book. It's a comic book movie. Trust me, man. I don't know what you did when you were 12, 13 years old, but I can almost definitely say Boog did this as well, and I'm pretty sure Rick did it too. We probably had mouths like sailors, man.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man!
I remember watching the first scary movie in theaters with my mom, and she made me cover my eyes during the sex scene. I was that young.
Yeah, I saw a Menace to Society with my mom.
Oh, I love that movie.
My mom took me to see Boys in the Hood, man.
My dad,
It
my
was
dad
it was
growing up.
nuts because it was like I don't think she really knew how the movie was. I don't even think I remember how the movie. I don't think I knew at that time, how raw the movie was. But we went to a theater in like this predominantly white neighborhood too, and like everybody was fucking shocked. Like like it was crazy. It was like silence in the theater and shit. Like it was a very it was a hard hitting flick. Even to this day, Menace to Society is a fucking great movie. But
When I
Yeah,
was a
this
fucking
bro, you gotta go do that again, but this time go to again a predominantly white movie theater, watch a black movie, and just pretend you're super pissed the whole time. Make everybody uncomfortable around you.
in this day and age, they might think you about to shoot up the fucking theater.
oh yeah, man, they'll call the police. Man, there's this guy with glasses on in here. The man at the screen is gonna shoot us all.
Very suspicious.
Yo, that shit's true though. I did a class in high school called Student Law, where you just had like a bunch of cops come in and they teach you how to not fuck up as a youth. And they were telling us a story. My high school was in a pretty like nice, affluent area, mostly white and Asian. So he was doing a patrol around the area, and they got a call because they saw a pair of black men running down a neighborhood. So they got called in. They went to go investigate these dudes. It was just a couple of black dudes in like jogging outfits with headphones on, like running, like they're just fucking jogging, and they got cops called on them. Terrible. I hate this world.
Wow.
Boog, do that. Make a main course about it. I want to see how that goes down.
All right. This guy's been asking like a million times, when are they gonna release Black Panther and Ant-Man? Just go look at Big Bad Toy Store. They have the month that they release. There's no exact date, but there's months already. Those pre-orders have gone up, sold out already. So
Well, for Figueroa,
yeah, I don't know the exact date, but it's on Big Bad Toy Store.
Well, you can forget about it if you gotta buy it through Big Bad Toy Store though.
And if you have to ask us when they come out and you didn't pre-order them, I feel very sorry for you because it's gonna be.
I mean, it's August, I think.
I thought it was like August or September. I just didn't want to.
August and November for both of those.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, whenever you have that kind of question, man, don't wait for people like us to tell you. Just go to Big Bad Toy Store. They import everything. They'll give you the month there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy it.
We got a question here from Avenger Vasti. Do you guys think Hasbro should take a break from making Avengers, Captain America, Marvel Legends, and focus on X-Men and villains and the Fantastic Four? I doubt we'll see Fantastic Four, but...
Yeah, I doubt that too. But if they were to delve into Fantastic Four, that'd be great. But you know what they might do? Like I forgot who that was. I mentioned it earlier, but they might start getting into more Inhuman stuff because that's pretty prevalent in the books right now. I mean, that this Civil War 2 is centered around the Inhumans. So
yeah, the Shield TV show is all about Inhumans.
Right, that too. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing more Inhumans and more characters associated with that with that group.
Yeah, I would love for a fucking Fantastic Four wave. Get ourselves a Baff Dragon Man, but,
if
or
they,
a Baff Doombot, but
yeah, they could do the modern Dragon Man with the egghead, with the Future Foundation and shit. It's so many characters associated with Fantastic Four that we need in figure form and shit. We definitely need a new Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that too.
A fucking Annihilus. Who else? Obviously the core members: Reed, Sue, Ben, Johnny. If they nuts, if they did Valeria and Franklin, that'd be really dope.
You could do a Baff thing if you really wanted to.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Solid is over here claiming that we're gonna get a Baff Hulk. So if we can get a fucking Baff Hulk, then a Baff thing doesn't sound too out of the question.
What version of Hulk are they gonna do as a Build-A-Figure right now?
I better not be the Amadeus Cho. We already got the. We don't need another one.
Yeah, the Widow's Peak Hulk from that 3-pack.
Possibly the movie might have some type of weird Ragnarok Planet Hulk type tie-in to it or whatever.
Right, that's what the comments are going on about right now, is that we're going to get an Asgardians wave at some point. So that would be good to tie in with the new Thor movie that's supposed to be like half Thor, half Planet Hulk.
If we get an Asgardian themed wave, they're going to do Ulick the Troll, I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd really like that. with a frost giant build a figure would
Thor.
be cool. They're saying Executioner build a figure, but I think
That could
fucking a
work.
frost giant would be cool.
But Ulick the Troll is similarly built to Juggernaut, so
Yeah. And then people don't even have a Blastar because it only came out in that Comic-Con set.
Right,
So
yep.
it sucks. You don't have a Blastar.
and nobody wanted that version of Blastar any fucking way.
Or you know what would be good if you do a thing is that you can release it in a Guardians wave as what's his name, as Kroll? What's his name? That guy that's like the big
The rock dude, I know you're talking about. I forget his name.
rock dude? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Crawl or Kron or
Yeah, he was part of Hulk's team on Planet Hulk, right? That's what you're talking about.
I think it is Kron.
Kron or Kroll or something like that. You know,
Krog, maybe? I don't know. Krogman
No,
Dune
it's
and
Kroll.
sort of
It's Kroll.
awesomeness.
Oddly enough, I remember their species is called Krolataeans. So it would be Kroll, I
No,
think.
Krolataeans are the little green things from Young Justice.
Korg is his name.
Korg. Right.
Thank you, Zirak Imran. You always come in the clutch.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he had Zero actually left some questions.
Isn't Korg a brand of keyboards? He's
Maybe.
lying to us.
Yes. KRG, yeah.
Better not be no lies, Zirak.
No, we're messing with you, Zirak.
He asked about what do we think of other groups like A.C.B.A. There is no other groups like A.C.B.A. That's easy.
Yeah, the rest of them suck.
Yeah, moving on.
On NECA Deadpool, we talked about that already, right?
Yeah.
We talked about
I think
that.
a lot of people are going to be getting that just as like their first quarter scale, just because it is a really nice looking piece. But I got back and forth tweeting with NECA, and I told him that somebody had mentioned that if they do a 18-inch Giant Man, Marvel Legends collectors would just absolutely go crazy.
Yep.
So I tweeted back, I'm like, yeah, I'm a Legends collector. I can't confirm that the entire community would lose their collective shit if we had an 18-inch Giant Man.
Definitely. That would
Did
be.
they reply?
A what?
Did they actually reply?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's something that they'd love to do. It'd probably be a comic version, though.
Well, man, that's exactly what we want. We don't want no
Exactly. Exactly.
We're gonna see it from either them or they're gonna do it in this 12-inch Marvel Legends line. There's no question about it. It's happening.
Speaking of my Twitter adventures, though, I got back and forth texting again. Tweeting with Carl Weathers of all people.
Really?
Somebody had tweeted him and was like, "Hey, are you ever gonna give your likeness to NECA Toys for a Predator figure?" He tweets back to that guy, "It's possible." Tags NECA Toys, hashtags BPs, which is like his thing. So I tweeted him back again, and I'm like, Mr. Weathers, you have no idea how many fucking people would love that. Then I asked him if he was going to be on Colony next season, and he said no. That was the end of my conversation with Weathers.
That would be dope, though, if they finally get that team together.
And NECA actually did get into that conversation and was like, Mr. Weathers, like, DM us, we'll work this out right now, let's make it happen.
Wow.
So the possibility is higher than ever, I would say, right now for Dylan from Predator.
He must need some money. He like show me
Dylan.
bitch.
I mean, the guy's got a television career right now, so I think a little bit more money in his back pocket would probably be good.
He want that check. He like cut me a fucking check and you can do whatever. You could put a fucking red mustache on me. I don't give a fuck.
Right, they got Action Jackson toys and all type of shit.
Tell him that we want a fucking Carl Weathers from Arrested Development figure. Where's that at?
The one he comes with a little piece of bone, so you can make some stew out of it.
Yeah, it's just literally Carl Weathers.
Yeah, I'd like that. I love an Arrested Development where they had Carl Weathers in there, and they're having lunch at like a Burger King. And the whole thing was that the show was in danger of getting canceled, so they had to get a bunch of corporate sponsorship and actually work it into the show. So it became this whole thing of like, oh, Burger King, what a wonderful restaurant. Fucking Carl Weathers.
It truly is an American landmark. Yes. I'll tell you, there's nothing that makes my day happier than getting a Whopper with cheese. Yes, you are right, Carl Weathers. And then they fucking toast Whoppers.
Right.
They like toast the Whoppers.
And all the logos on the cups are faced towards the camera.
Yeah, it was really funny. And you can make the chicken bones because they can get that stew going.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you got a stew going.
Baby, you got a stew going.
All right. Quoting dumb shows. Back to questions. Ray S wants to know, I owned the 112 Mezco Batman figure. I've started to fear that owning these is similar to buying white Jordans, ultimately standing and breaking down. Do you feel this will hurt the line long term? That's a great analogy. Great job on that one, Ray.
What did you say?
Now
He
he's
said if
saying, like, you know, basically saying that he doesn't want to, like, he loves it, he likes him, but he doesn't want to fuck around with them because he don't want to fuck up his icy whites, you know.
Yeah, I mean, staining is definitely going to be a problem. You know, people, you know, with these fabric figures need to start like washing their hands before they fucking mess with them.
Oh yeah, no question.
that's what I do. I always wash my hands before I touch my Mezcos.
Definitely.
You know, shit. You know,
No, it could be anything. You could have eaten pizza and you got like a little grease stain or whatever. You get that on your figure, that's never coming off.
Right. Yep.
You got to be real careful with them. Like it's
Honestly,
people compare them to hot
you
toys
should be
for a reason.
practicing that shit. Even with your legends, with anything, you should be like a fucking doctor when you about to go in and fuck with your figures, man. You should always wash your hands before.
Yeah, all of my imports, man. I never touch them without washing my hands because you know you have the wrong type of grease on your fingers and you touch a figure, you're fucked.
You're done.
No, that's some shit. You know, you're screwed.
So yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend that you keep your shit sanitary.
The expectation is that if you're a collector, you're not living in squalor and you have regular showers. Well, that's not true for everybody, but
hopefully you're not like scratching your armpit with your Mezco Batman. I mean,
don't pick your nose and touch your Batman. You know,
it is definitely a worry, but you know, as long as you're a clean person, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. It's all just common sense. You know, don't eat a slice of pizza and then immediately touch your Mezco.
Oh man, I got a great idea. Let me go grab this Mezco. You know, after this cheesy crust pizza.
Basically.
Not even from like touching it either. Like, don't even have your fingers near your food because you take a bite out of that, a little grease goes flying out, you know, squirting or whatever, and that's it.
Billy, you know those Ninja Turtles when they re-released them, they brought out those little TCRI cans of ooze or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he was fucking with the ooze, and instead of washing his hands, he went ahead and started eating and put his fingers in his mouth. He said he tasted that shit for like a week.
Ooh, that's that lead paint.
Damn.
He said that shit was horrible.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's not toxic, but still.
That is funny.
And let's see. Have the chances passed on a jeans and t-shirt / wife beater Mighty Avengers Luke Cage?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I mean, with the Netflix show coming out, it's...
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You know, Luke Cage is going to be back in the spotlight soon, so...
I could see him in maybe like a Spider-Man wave, just because, you know, Spider-Man is like the top billing hero, but they could just use him as the forefront to do a whole wave of like street-level heroes.
Yeah, I could
or at least a couple of them.
I can see that. I mean,
Marvel Knights box set wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, Marvel Knights could work.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you know, a Blade, a Moon Knight, I guess we already have Ghost Rider, but give us a Ghost Rider with a fucking motorcycle, damn it. No.
If only.
Let's see, somebody, Swaggy Spoder again says it's, he finds the Doctor Strange wave a little strange. No pun intended. But he says there's 3 Doctor Stranges in the wave, and he hopes the lineup changes. What are those 3? Anyone know?
I don't even fucking remember. I remember seeing it.
There's the movie Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're getting a movie Doctor Strange? That's cool.
I don't forgot, actually. I don't know. Somebody pull it up, look it up. I forgot.
I know the Bath is Dormammu, like in a different color.
Oh, that way. Yeah, I gotcha.
I thought Dormammu was coming out in one of the Spider-Man waves or something.
Nah, it's supposed to be part of the Strange wave as a
That makes more sense. I just remember seeing Dormammu posted on the same thing with some Spider-Man.
You know, they never really actually gave us much information on the Strange wave. They showed Dormammu. They showed the chick, Negasonic, teenage, stupid hippie bitch. I don't know what her name is. They showed
Bobby Hill.
And,
okay, I'm pulling it up right now. Here's the picture that we've got. It's you know, a bunch of pictures of just the characters. It's not actual figures, but it gives us a good idea. Iron Fist. That's a green Iron Fist. And these are the 3 Doctor Stranges. Maybe we're getting like an astral movie Doctor Strange too.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay,
Baron.
the classic Brother Voodoo.
What's his name again? The bad guy, Baron whatever.
Baron
Baron
Mordo.
Mordo. Yeah. And who's this? Is this Negasonic Teenage Warhead?
No, that's she has a different name. She's from like the Runaways.
No, that is her. Well, I don't know if that's her name in the comic books though, but yeah, it is actually.
No, that's not. That's the girl from that one story.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That was the girl that was in the Astonishing X-Men story.
See, that's why I asked about the Ramu because they got
and Internet says Nico. Yeah.
Yeah, she was she was originally introduced in the X-Men books. She's a
I see what they're doing at Toy Fair here, though. They're kind of like scrambling the waves. They're just showing you what they have ready, but obviously this isn't the full wave. It's like just these three is what they have ready, and then this is something else.
Be the move right there, though.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
with these...
I thought so. Yeah, she's that girl that's like half Japanese. She's from the Runaways. Yeah. And
she looks like one of those damn girls that was in that gang, one of those Spider-Man games.
Oh yeah, like those evil guys, or the warlocks from the future or whatever.
No, it was a one of those Spider-Man games. They had a all-girl gang, and they had like giant mallets and all type of shit. They were
I don't know.
Like fashion designers and doing stupid ass shit, but she looks just like one of them.
Sounds fucking crazy.
More questions? What have we got? A lot of people chiming in on this. No new questions? Come on, guys, feed us some questions here. We're all geeking out over this wave here, but
I ain't got to. It's 8:12. We can get to close it down. They don't want to ask us shit.
Yeah. Any last questions, you guys, before we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, before we all go watch Game of Thrones. You know, when we got on here, I was so mad because John put up the new Game of Thrones on Plex like a few hours before it went up, and I was like, fuck! Why?
What's Plex? I hear you guys talk about it a lot.
It's like a photo. It's like a movie sharing thing. I don't know.
He uploads whatever movies he wants to stream to his Plex account, and then you're able to go onto his Plex account and watch whatever he has up there.
Yeah, okay. You get to see people's download libraries, basically, on TV shows, movies, and he always puts up a lot of good stuff very early. You know.
Oh god, that's dangerous. I do not want anyone seeing what I'm downloading.
Hey man, Backdoor Sluts 9. You know what I mean?
You got Backdoor Slut Boy Toys 9 for him.
I like Ass Patrol. It's a good one.
And what about Pants Wrestling?
I like Genital Hospital a lot. I like that one.
Hospital, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what my favorite is? It's actually a parody, so it's a little corny, but it's called Indiana Bones and the Temple of Dome.
Excellent.
Okay, here we go, Mr. the Boog. The Sonic Rockman X asked that he just received his cutouts, but he thought that he was going to receive what was pictured on the site, like a cutout that says help. I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know.
If I'm not mistaken, a lot of those cutouts, like some of the packs are pretty different. Not every pack has the exact same set of cutouts.
Yeah. There is a slight variation in some of the packs, but I think that help cutout was in the previous pack. Maybe what you saw on the site was just. Anyway, now that you mention that, the site is like we actually still trying to update it and work on it. We only made it live yesterday just to finish out this series of cutouts to get the sales up or whatever. But we're still working on a lot of stuff with the site, especially now that we've added action figures to the site as well. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that the help cutout was in the last series.
Yeah. So remember, people, you guys want figures? We're starting to sell them on the site. So take a look at what we got. Damn it.
Yeah, definitely the
right.
X-Men.
Let's touch on that a little bit so people know in case they don't.
Yeah, so I talked about this in main course, but basically we are like officially licensed to sell action figures now. So we have the shop is not going to be like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth or any of these big retailers and shit. We're not going to have like loads and loads of every single thing. It's more of a specialty shop. It's more of things catered specifically for A.C.B.A. people, specifically for display artists, things that we want, like, you know, things that are really hot commodities, or just something that is really, really catered toward the display artists. So, you know, we got the X-Men wave up there. We have sets of the Army Builder for the Nick Fury figure up. We'll be putting up Stormtroopers soon.
We got three bodies.
We put a case of the Furies up there too.
Right. So yeah, there's cases of 8 of Nick Fury. So
Blank bodies.
huh?
You got the blank bodies up there too,
Blank
right?
bodies are up there. You know, anybody that missed out on the X-Men wave, go ahead and pre-order it. You know, as soon as these things start shipping to us, we'll be shipping out to you. I was actually out and about today on a Sunday, checking the shipping rates and figuring out what's the proper shipping rates for domestic and international and stuff for cases and all of that stuff. So, you know, we slowly but surely getting it right and doing our homework and shit. But yeah, man, it's going to be a lot of stuff popping up there, and it's going to be things that are like totally out of left that you wouldn't expect, and it's going to be, you should keep your eye on the site. You know, it's going to be pretty random how stuff shows up too, and it'll be a lot of random things and a lot of ways that we're going to work with collectors and stuff like that too. Like, you know, we have Venom up there right now for pre-order for anybody that missed Venom, and Tendrils will be back next week, so we'll probably be doing some deal with Venom and Tendrils and, you know, a lot of stuff like that. Spider-Gwen will be up there if you miss Spider-Gwen. We really trying to do specific things and really cater to a specific group of people. So, you know, you could go to any big retailer for all of that other stuff, but we really trying to do some unique things on a website.
And just to touch on Sonic Rockman's question again about there being different cutouts in each pack, there's like some slight variation, but I think one of the unintended consequences of it, which is actually kind of cool, is that there's something of a cutout trading system, especially if you go on, like, I don't know, any of the Facebook groups like Plastic and Paint. You might be able to ask somebody like, hey, I have this cutout, I don't see myself using it, does anybody have this cutout and would be willing to trade?
And so, you know what, speaking of cutouts too, I could tell you guys this too. This past week, me and Ty were we were in talks with some people. We're going to be changing the system up a little bit and making it more efficient and making it more streamlined for making cutouts and them being better. Like, we've been consistently better with the quality, but they're about to go to a whole nother fucking level right now, though, with the power move that we're about to make, and that's all I can say right now. But it's going to be very good for cutouts and for them coming out more frequently and for specific packs. And we're going to be doing some smaller packs too. It's not going to be all 25 count packs. It'll be some that'll just 10 cutouts specifically for a character that'll drop when a certain figure is dropping, and we're going to be pretty much like on it, like, you know. But it's going to be the way that we're producing them, and the quality is about to go up a lot. So I mean, and not that they're terrible right now. That, like I said, they've only gotten better and better. But things are definitely looking up.
All right.
Cool. We have one last question from Mr. Fire Turtle.
We have a lot of
questions. Yeah, we have a lot of questions actually. Never mind. This won't be the last one, but I do want to hit this one because it is a very entry-level question that I think this man needs answered, and that is, how does one join the A.C.B.A. community? Very simple.
You just did it right now, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you're watching this, all you got to do is click on the fan page link down below, and then that could take you to the group page where you can actually join and start contributing and seeing what everybody's posting. The fan page is just like for updates, but if you want to be part of the community, you got to join the group page.
We get a lot of questions on the fan page, and I think people don't understand that there are 2 A.C.B.A. accounts on Facebook. When you search A.C.B.A. on Facebook, two things may come up. Actually, one thing may only come up in your search. Maybe only the fan page will come up in your search. The fan page is exactly what it is. It's a fan page, so it'll have posts from a lot of different reviewers. It'll have like news. It'll have links to all of the stuff that's happening throughout the A.C.B.A community, throughout the collecting community. Just kind of like a day to day on everything that's happening. It'll have pictures. It'll have pictures that are featured of different artists. It'll have links to things that are dropping for pre-order that you should probably be on top of. So the fan page is definitely something to like and stay in tune with that on your Facebook feed. But aside from the fan page, there is the group page. The group page is pretty much where all of the magic happens. This is where all of the grinding happens. This is where everybody's kind of interacting on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, and posting their work there. Most of the features that we have originate from the group page. So if you see a picture featured on the fan page or featured on our website or featured on Instagram, it probably originated in the group. Somebody probably posted it to the group, and one of the admins snagged it and said, "Yo, this needs to be featured elsewhere. Other people need to see this. This is dope." So a lot of people always ask that question: how can I be featured? Join the group. Just join the group, interact with people in real time. And I saw you talking about this recently, Fabio. Somebody had asked about us making a platform on Instagram, similar to the group page on Facebook. It's not possible. There's no way you would be able to get. You would not get the best that you can get from the Instagram platform. It's just not possible. Your best bet is to just come out and join the group. Like you're literally going to be speaking with me and Fabio and everybody on this podcast and everybody that's in the group and all the people that you see getting featured. You're going to be able to speak to them in real time and ask them questions, look at their setups, look at their C-side, look at their BTS, their behind the scenes, and see how things are constructed and done, and you will pick that up. You'll be a sponge, you'll learn, and you'll be able to, apply that to your own setups. It's totally impossible for that to happen on Instagram in any real time. Like it's just not going to happen. So
right. It's just it's completely different platforms. Like the reason we're a group is because we operate out of a group page, which only the people in that group page can see what's being posted. So it's not like you're posting shit on Facebook and your grandma's going to be like, why are you still playing with action figures or whatever. So that's the way it operates. And Swaggy Spoder just asked, how do we find the group page? And that's very simple. Take the first 4 letters of the title of this video, copy paste them onto the Facebook search bar and look for the group page. It'll say private group, closed group actually, and just request membership.
That's it. And we've actually been more proactive with accepted members too, because before maybe like a month ago, we were only accepting 100 new people maybe once a month or every 2 weeks or something like that. But Greg, one of our admins, has been just on it pretty much every day and taking about 5 to 10 people every day and accepting them into the group. So it's been a little hectic, but it's good. It's a lot of new blood. It's a lot of people coming in and really trying to get their feet wet and it's great, man. You reminded me about something, Fabio, that I was going to mention when you. What did you say first?
Page, copy paste, articulated comic book art up there, request membership.
What the hell was I going to say? I don't know. It'll come back to me.
All right. Zirak Imran is asking, when are we going to get more flight stands?
Flight stands are on hold right now because the place where we were getting the materials couldn't do it anymore. So we had to kind of recalibrate and we figuring it out. I do believe that we have enough material for one more run before we gotta figure out what's what. So it should be soon. I'll find out this week and I'll talk about it next week.
All right.
I thought you were about to say.
Real quick, I want someone in the comments to chime in. Oh, go ahead, Pharaoh. I just totally talked all over you. Say it again.
Nobody, I don't give a fuck. You got a girl voice. I can talk over you.
I could put on a different voice if it helps you, Pharaoh.
Damn.
Just can sound like someone completely different. I could even sound like the guy from the soup plantation commercials.
There you go.
That's what they
Anyway,
teach you to fly on college, man?
Actually, yes. No lie, that's exactly what they teach us. Real quick, I wanted to ask the Q&A because we just got a request as we're doing the broadcast for a couple new members. If you just put in a membership for A.C.B.A, the group page, let me know in the comments because I want to know who's who.
All right.
Well, exception right now.
Yeah, I'll get you in right now.
Cardinal Kid is asking, SH Figure Arts WWE figures. Yeah, we talked about them before. We're all pretty excited. We all think it's going to make Mattel look like idiots. You know? There we go. I still collect that Mattel stuff. I still think it's fine. I think they both have their place. But you know, SH Figure Arts are definitely...
Now, shout out to Cardell, man.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
You always, first of all, you're doing excellent display work, but you always support our merchandise, and one of the first people always to jump on merchandise, and like, we got to send you something, man. My girl was just saying this to me the other day too about you. We just got to send you some free shit. Like, we just got to. Like,
expect to knock on your door and a bot woman to be there.
Basically.
Yeah, actually, Cardinal Kid, he's actually asking where he wants to give donations to the shop itself. You know, this dude is a A.C.B.A.
You know what? I think we had a donation button on the shop, but I think on some real shit, I'm working with this young cat right now who, if you guys don't know, I work at IBM, and so obviously there's like mad nerds and like fucking tech geeks galore and shit. So I'm always kicking it with those type of people and shit. And I'm working with this young dude right now who was actually part of a program. IBM does this program with this school called P-Tech out here, where they like take these high school kids in for the summer. They get like official IBM ID, and like they get to walk around the facility and do what they do and come in every day. And then at the end of when they're done with high school, they recruit maybe like one or two of these people to actually come and have a full-time job and shit. So the kid that I'm working with works with the P-Tech kids, but he was a P-Tech kid to begin with, and now he's a full-time employee there. But he's helping us with the site and fixing shit and whatever. So hopefully this week he'll get the donation button back and all other shit that we need to put on there, because before now my girl was pretty much just doing all of that shit, and she can only do but so much. She was self-taught, so she doesn't like, she doesn't really know every single thing, and that shit could be complicated. So, and I fucking don't know shit. So,
Cardell, if he sends you something free, I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna send you. A picture of him crying like Jordan. So don't think it's gonna be too much, but that. I mean,
we got a official something official for you, man. SH Figure Art, some shit. Don't listen to that.
Right.
They'll ask for that pic though.
All right, real quick, we got a question from J. Chico Moran. How many of you guys are fans of Seth Bowler on the A.C.B.A. group page, Mr. Black Lantern, as we know him? I love him. He's a good dude. I met him when we had the Frankenson meetup a couple months back. He bought one of the repainted doll houses from Henry, chopped it up for a little bit. He's a good dude. Very smart dude, actually.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Fucking genius, dude.
He is, man.
But
so socially conscious. Love that.
His display work is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
one of the most like photorealistic display artists, I would say.
I had an unfortunate run-in with him at one point where we were arguing, and he hit me back up on PM. It wasn't that big of a deal. He's definitely a smart cat. Definitely a smart dude. His displays are obviously undeniable. So yeah, he's a good dude.
What were you saying just now, Pharaoh?
I'm just saying, it sounds like you want to come on to him, man. Watch your back, Seth.
Fabio, hot on your tail.
I'm just saying, Seth, if you want to be my man crush Monday, let me know.
Watch out, man. He like educated black dudes.
Hashtag man crush Mondays.
He's my man crush Monday. That's right.
I feel like there's a lot of dudes in the group who are like tremendously good that don't get recognition that they should. Like
Right.
so
People are
many.
more after the sensationalist
Yeah,
stuff, you
and
know.
you know what? That's one of your that's one of the best things about joining a group is because again, you're gonna be fucking rubbing elbows with these people that are fucking tremendous. And I mean, when I say tremendous, when I speak about somebody that's tremendous in the art, they it's not just posing. It's they could build, they could paint, they could do some customization. Like the people that are truly some of the best artists have some footing in other forms of art as well too, like Michael Wisman, like Craig Warwick, like those dudes are like tremendous, like so like again, that's one of the benefits of the group. And like Fabio mentioned, the group is closed, so whatever you post in the group, whatever is there, only people that's going to see it is the members of the group. That's why our feature system works so well, because it's like people outside of the group are literally seeing a lot of this shit for the first time, and it's amazing for them like that. Some people just don't fuck with Facebook. They don't want to go on to Facebook, but when they see these things pop up on Instagram and other places, they enjoy it. It's good. It's eye candy. That's what I was gonna say though. If you are opposed to Facebook, if you fucking hate Facebook like most of us do, you don't need to use Facebook in a traditional sense. Like you can just open up a Facebook just so you can join the group, and you only have to go on Facebook to go into the group. You don't have to go on your timeline or post pictures or like you don't have
Yeah.
to use
You
Facebook.
don't, you don't
Yeah,
gotta
if you just
do it.
open up a new Facebook account, don't add any friends, only join the A.C.B.A group, that's
Right.
all you're going to see on your news feed is
That's
A.C.B.A
all you
photos.
see. Right. You won't be bombarded with a bunch of bullshit of you won't see some bitch in Cincinnati like beating her kids or some stupid shit. I don't know. You're not gonna see any of that.
You won't see that girl from high school that's having her fourth kid.
Right.
That doesn't
Right.
happen.
If you're not about that life, then good. You don't have to use Facebook in that way, and it's honestly it's better for you. It's less stress and less bullshit. So
Real quick, we had a follow up from Ray S. who asked about the excuse me the keeping the Mezco 112s clean. He says that sorry, my throat's fucked up. In his opinion, they can't be handled and consistently reposed. I don't think that's entirely true. You can repose them. In fact, I would suggest doing that just because, like for example, on the Mezco Dread, I have him on my Lawmaster right now, and I have him with one arm up with the gun by his head, so it's bending his elbow up. But every now and then I'm going to change that pose because I just don't want the fabric on the elbow to get stretched out from being bent too long or to get it bunched up or whatever. Same with just leaving them on the motorcycle. You're kind of stretching out the crotch a little bit. Honestly, they're fun to repose, so you should do it, but wash your damn hands.
yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get another dread, man.
All right.
I think that was something that they probably thought about before they even did it. I don't think that. I mean, of course, the figure's not going to last forever. Nothing does, but I don't really think having him on that bike is going to create that much of a problem. Maybe you might have like what would you like a wrinkle across where the pants would actually sit naturally, but you shouldn't have nothing. Maybe.
I'm just assuming that Boog just doesn't want one to have to take on and off. He just wants another one to do whatever he wants with, and
Yeah, I
one
get
to be
that.
on the bike at all times. Swaggy Spoder asks thoughts on SHF Civil War Hawkeye. Think of the possibilities. Would be sick with accessories. I think it's going to come anyways. I think all those guys from Civil War, if they're popular enough, I think they're going to come.
They showed a Hawkeye at one point in time, didn't they, with the Black Widow?
Yeah, they showed a Hawkeye before, so they're coming. Just patience, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye, all your main people, those are all going to come. The only people you should never expect is fucking Sharon Carter, something like along those lines. You're never going to get that shit, but the rest of them they're going to release.
Patience.
Yeah, man, patience, man. All right, I know that there was more.
Yeah, we got one pretty good question from Bruce James Parker. What is the long-term goal of collecting for you guys? I don't think really collecting has a goal necessarily. It's just kind of about the journey,
That's actually a good question, though.
It is, yeah. I mean, my kind of my aim with my displays at home is to just, keep them updated and keep them nice so that when like friends come over, I can kind of have, they come into my collection room and they look around. It's all just like conversation starters, like, oh fuck, I love Predator, I love fucking Aliens. I don't know they made figures. Oh, do you know what this particular figure's from? Whatever. So that's what I like about it is the conversation aspect of it. In addition to just like being hypnotized by my shit when I like walk into my room and just like my detolf's there, and I spend like way too much time just staring at them sometimes. Like I'm trying to get a shirt from the closet, but I glance over and those lights are looking real nice, and I'm there for another 5 minutes. Suddenly I'm late for work.
When you smoking them funny cigarettes, you get all mesmerized and shit. I know how it is.
Especially when you put the lights to change over time. Oh man. Yeah.
For me, I just want long term the man cave. Just to have some room totally dedicated to all of my displays, and at that point where you could just kind of branch out and maybe get a few statues and 1/6 stuff, and just, and like Fabio said, just to have that, something to talk about, friends come over, something to see, like, it's all about the visuals. That's the whole point of collecting and shit, and that's why I always say that if you like collecting but your shit is going directly into a bin, then you're doing the shit backwards, man. Like enjoy it. Like it's art. It should be out on display for you to see, for everybody to see, and every once in a while you pick the shit up, you post something, you take some pictures. Like this should be your release, man. It should be your escape from reality. You get involved in this and get into the world of all of these characters and stuff like that. This should be your everything, man. Like obviously
about that life.
Your kids, and aside from your kids and your real life shit, but this should be your outlet. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's what it is for me.
Pharaoh?
Yeah. Do what you want. Whatever makes you happy. Some people just like looking at their figures. I mean, me personally, if it wasn't for taking pictures of my figures, I probably wouldn't even collect them. Like all that displaying and shit, I guess with certain pieces are okay, but I'm not really into it. I definitely don't like when they fall down or I have to fucking dust them and all that other shit. I don't even like cleaning them up. So.
You're lying.
For me, I really don't have no long-term plans at all. I just fucking collect this shit because I love all these licenses. I love all these fucking, companies and stuff like that. I collect a lot of anime-related figures, a lot of Japanese figures, so, my shit is through the roof with how much I collect, so I really don't have no aim other than to just enjoy what the fuck I'm doing, man. Taking pictures or, just collecting them in general, putting them in a fucking case, It's just...
What do you think will happen with them if you die, Rick?
Man, guess what? I'm be buried with them.
That's what I'm talking about, Rick. I want to be buried like a pharaoh with all of my shit in jars.
Let me tell you this, Pharaoh. I'm never gonna have kids. Hopefully, let us hope that I never have a child. And if that's the case, then there's no one to pass it on to. So I don't know. My family could either sell them or bury them with me. It is what it is, man. I just like this stuff.
That's some straight up asshole shit for you to take all the figures with you too.
Yeah, like I said, if my family doesn't want to go through the trouble of finding out how much they're worth and selling them, then just fucking bury me with these shits.
Just add every single person in the admin staff to your will in some capacity.
Don't even put me in the casket. Cremate me and then put the figures in the casket. Fit as much as you can in that casket.
You'd be in
the ultimate time capsule, dude.
You'd be in a fucking puddle of oil and shit in the casket.
Hell yeah.
Man, my kids, I swear, they'll probably sell all my shit. Especially if they can get a couple dollars off of it and go buy some dumb shit.
Man, we about to go do this. We're about to go buy a new fucking Cadillac with Dad's figure money right now.
Try to have one of those fucking, what was that movie with that biggest party ever and shit? Project X or whatever?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, fuck around trying to throw a Project X party with all my fucking figure proceeds.
That's it. One and done. One big party. House destroyed. Big is gone. Pharaoh dead. That's it.
Hey, why didn't we talk about Voltron? None of you watch Voltron over the weekend?
I watched.
I've been meaning to. Is it good?
I liked it. It's definitely aimed at. it's kind of aimed at children, but I think the actual parts where they actually show the lions designs are really nice, and I think Voltron looks really good.
What
Yeah.
what network is this on?
Netflix.
Really?
Yeah.
I personally, me and Pharaoh have talked about this in another group, but I personally didn't enjoy it. But it's not bad. It's not a bad show at all. You know,
I'm
it's
gonna
not
check
like
it out when we get off this. When we get off this.
yeah. Like Pharaoh said, the designs are fucking sick. You know, they release. I don't keep them. I don't like the show. I mean, I don't enjoy it. It's not like I hate it, but if they made a figure for that Voltron, I'm buying it in a fucking split second because the designs are fucking sick. The designs are really, really slick.
It's kind of aimed at children, like the attitudes of the. I don't know. It's mixed, man. Like at certain parts, you're like, okay, this is a kids' cartoon, and then they get like in the last, I want to say the last 3 episodes, the action kind of got a little intense. And what was it? What was Lothar? What was his father's name? Whatever his father's name was.
They got what? They got 12 episodes up right now.
It's 11, I think.
Mm.
But he was a beast, man. I'm telling you, it was kind of dope to me, man. I'm looking forward to the second season.
Check it out.
I dream of getting a figure of that, man. DX version would be sick.
Yeah,
About
I
this
agree.
next.
Yeah, a lot of people like it.
All right, we got homework then. We gotta check this shit out and talk about this next week then.
Yeah, we'll talk about this next week. You know, I think me and Pharaoh only wants to finish so far around the groups. You know, it's not bad. It's definitely not some unwatchable swill. You know, it's just not my cup of tea, but it's good.
All right, so I guess we could wrap it up. And we got one more question down there, maybe.
Oh, we got one question would be interesting for you to answer. You know, give these people some perspective on why you do things, Boog. I think it was Zirak Imran. I think it was him. Asked, how does one become an A.C.B.A. admin?
Oh, I was just gonna get to that one.
You gotta be rich.
I think that's a good question to end on. You know, administrative.
That's a good question. You know what? I don't even know how to answer that question, honestly.
I don't know how the hell you guys picked me, honestly.
Well, we picked Fabio off of the strength of Todd's recommendation. I don't know. I just saw shit Fabio was doing and saying, and I said, you know, that's a smart motherfucker right there, and he's about this A.C.B.A. life. And when Todd went out to meet these guys on the Cali guys or whatever, he hit me up like immediately and was like, yo, we need to bring Fabio on as an admin. Like he needs to be on. And Dallas came on off of the strength of David Walton's recommendation. And so I mean, I guess it would just got to be somebody's got to vouch for you. I don't know. And then everybody else, I guess we were just already kicking it beforehand anyway. Like me, Rick, Pharaoh, we were already kicking it all the time on Google Chat like this, like literally almost every single day for quite a long time since the group opened up, pretty much. So we was already talking shop for a long time. My man Vinny, who most of you probably don't really see like comment or do stuff too much, but he's from like the original Marvel Legends community. He's literally been here.
Vinny used to do so much shit back in the day, man.
And he's a fucking amazing artist too. He's a fucking amazing artist, man.
From Brazil with Love, man. He's not to be fucked with.
Right, From Brazil with Love. That was his first channel. He's a fucking amazing artist. And I met Vinny for the first time at San Diego Comic-Con, the first time I went to San Diego Comic-Con, and he's just a good ass fucking dude, man, and a real funny motherfucker too. He's a funny dude in person, man. Like he'll have you fucking cracking up. So you know, it's just people that I've known since the beginning of collecting boom, I guess, or of A.C.B.A. basically, but yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. I just gave you some history, but I didn't answer your question at all.
This shit just happens naturally, you know. There's not like a day where Boog comes on the page and goes like, all right, 5 admins are going to be added. Who wants it? You know,
Right.
Don't go like that.
Yeah, we don't PM people and recruit them, you know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just, well, I mean, we PM them obviously to tell them, but you know, it's not like we're on the hunt for them.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
It's just one of those.
It's a really organic process, right? It's not
Mhm.
like we like, listen, we need 75 admins. Let's just add whoever now. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, you know, you just gotta, you know, you gotta be about the brand and really want to help to elevate it and make it better. And that's definitely something that I wanted to do and something that I was doing anyway before I even became an admin and actually had like, you know, a vested interest in expanding the brand. But from the beginning of my association, I was like, yeah, this is a real brand that can really take this art form to a legitimate heights, and I would love to do my best to help that because it's something I want to be in on.
Yeah, you know, a lot of us, like Boog said, we were all just fucking friends beforehand. Even, you know, when we were just in the MLC, you know, it was just fucking YouTube videos and stuff like that. You know, it's a reason why, you know, a lot of us are friends with so many people, you know, like Shardamus Prime and Sean Long and all these people. They were all originally part of, you know, the Marvel Legends community.
Yeah, before they got all big for their britches and their YouTube followings.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's been a long time of people knowing each other, you know, and,
I just posted pictures. I never was part of that whole Marvel Legends community thing with YouTube and all that shit. It was strictly pictures for me all the time.
yeah, except for Pharaoh. Yeah. A lot of us just been around, you know? And it turned into this. You know, now it is what it is.
Having fun every step of the way too. Never feels like work, you know.
No.
And I think that's it. Sonic Rockman thought you were the oldest, Boog. Sorely mistaken.
I think the oldest person we got is Bob the Odd. I mean, he's not an admin, but I think the oldest person around is Bob the Odd.
Todd's telling me, and he's saying he's the oldest. I don't know.
Todd might be the oldest.
Todd, are you older than Bob or not? I don't remember. Sonic Rockman X asks, why doesn't Shardamus appear on the show? We originally planned to have like guests and stuff like that on the show, but like Rectangular just said at the bottom, Shardamus and anybody in general. Somebody asked earlier why Seth Fowler isn't on the show. People are busy, man. People got lives. People don't have as much open time as we have, sadly. So, you know, we can ask these people to come on and stuff like that. You know, maybe I'll schedule something with Shardamus if I ask him.
Yeah, we got to do it like many weeks ahead, several weeks.
Yeah, like I got to ask him like a fucking month in advance. You know, son of a bitch always got something going on. You know, he's fucking playing a concert in the middle of San Francisco, or he's fucking doing reviews, or he's with his wife, or, you know, I don't know. It was always the plan to have a guest, you know. So
yeah,
we'll
it just
see.
depends on schedule, yeah.
Yeah, we got to schedule it right. You know, we'll get it working. We'll get it. We'll get this moving. You know.
I was away for a minute. Somebody asked about having guests on.
Yeah, like, you know, why haven't we had guests on? You know, like Shardamus or anything like that. And I said, you know, it's just not easy to get people on, and we always did plan to get people on anyway.
Yeah, we definitely did. We need to. You know, we haven't actually really like. We've been treating this shit more like regular nights of us just talking how we've been talking and not really going hard as, you know, trying to plug the show like it's the greatest thing ever and shit like that. Like, you know, we just trying to let it progress organically, but we definitely should have more people on, though. We should
you know,
have people come shoot the
Shardamus Prime, you know, somebody like Pixel Dan, you know, those are the kind of people, you know, we would like to bring on, you know, even...
I'd love to have Pixel Dan on here. I met him at PowerCon.
Even you know, someone like Darius. You know,
right, yeah.
We'll bring people on. We just haven't done it yet. You know, we've been kind of, you know, like Boog said, letting this all go organically. So, you know, we're the goal that I always had in mind for the show was to have guests on. We just hadn't gotten to it yet. You know, we wanted to make sure what we were doing was right. We didn't want to come out the gates awkwardly, have a guest, and not know what we're doing.
Actually, you know what? You just reminded me, and I totally forgot. Like, yo, like, there's a lot of like emails and like messages and stuff we get every week, and messages and stuff that I get, yo. Sometimes I just forget. I never be on no like bullshit though. Don't think that I'm just like on some like Hollywood shit and you know, telling motherfuckers to take a message and shit. It's not like that. I just literally be forgetting. But some people sent a message to the fan page a couple of days ago, um, and they're doing a Kickstarter campaign for some figures, and they had inquired about coming on the show to talk about it. So we got to look into that. Rick, I'm gonna send you the information, and we'll see what's good with that. And since we was talking about guests and stuff like that, yeah, I'll give it to you offline. But let me see if I can see who the person is in case they're listening, because obviously they know about the podcast if they asked about coming on the podcast. So
Yeah.
possibly.
While you're doing that, Jake Emiya asks, not to seem nosy, but is Shardamus one of the original A.C.B.A. guys? Well, it all comes from the MLC. Shardamus from the MLC came to A.C.B.A., so I guess you could say he's one of the originals, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the original people from YouTube. Like, I think, well, I talked about this on the Triple C podcast, actually. That episode should be out next month, but he is definitely one of the original people. Before we were the A.C.B.A. community, we were pretty much the Marvel Legends community. It was just all about Marvel Legends. This was before anybody cared about anything else but Marvel Legends.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about fucking pictures. It was just buying them.
It was just about buying and showing your display and showing what you got and like showing packaged images and it was just.
Yeah, and while he doesn't do stuff really anymore for whatever reason of his own, I don't know. Sentry was truly the first person to be out there doing shit. Sentry Productions.
Spencer.
He was the first. And
Spencer Cole.
Yeah, Spencer Cole. Spencery Productions. Sentry, Shardamus. All these guys. Sean Long. Even Sean Long was a big part of the MLC back in the day too, man.
But
Junior.
I mean, Vinny, did I mention? Mad Gus, fucking Luther.
Junior.
Junior, definitely.
Even Danny LeBlanc used to be.
Danny LeBlanc, yeah. Who I'm still friends with to this day. I always said, you heard Emiya talk about Danny last week. Anytime Emiya comes to the city, he stays at Danny's house. Danny got my girl the job that she works at right now. So again, it's a lot of that kind of like behind the scenes, family type of vibe within the community with a lot of people. It's a lot of connections and a lot of like people that know people that you would never even really suspect, man. It's a lot of like deep rooted history with a lot of people in the community, man.
Yeah, we just all, this is the reason why we all know who each other is. It's just it goes back further than to when anybody was popular or anything like that.
Right. Way before anybody had 100,000 subscribers or 1 million views or any of that shit.
Way before that, Shardamus, Sean, Sentry, Boog, I knew all these guys just got a comment on YouTube, and we didn't really have Facebook like that, so you kind of had like a mini YouTube community. Yep. So that's where that all came from, and how we all got to know each other like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then somebody's asking about Anthony's Customs. Anthony's Customs isn't really about the display like that. He likes to review. So I think he is a member of the group, but he's just not.
I don't remember when he actually. I can't really remember when he actually came. When I started seeing him, he just appeared. I don't know. He definitely wasn't part of the Marvel Legends community back in the day or anything like that. And he's never really been. Honestly, he's never really been like, for lack of a better term, with us like that. Like I don't know. He's not like somebody that I meet up with at Comic-Con or call up or anything like that. He just
more than anyone that's a part of the admin staff, I think he's more so friends with me and Emiya. He's not about the displays like that. He's just about collecting. He is about articulation. Obviously, you see in his reviews, he likes to give people flack for articulation. When it's not there when he thinks it should be. So obviously he does want articulation in the figures. He's not about displays like that. So you don't see him post. He's definitely a member. But like Boog said, he's not an original MLC guy. I think he came somewhere around the time that like people realized that Soda Street Fighters didn't exist anymore, and everybody started wanting to go back and buy them up, and they were like expensive. I think that's when he started making his first climb into the YouTube world, and his custom started to get more and more noticed on Figure Realm. I think that's the website, right? Figure Realm. So that's
Yeah,
where
that's it. Figure it out.
that's where Anthony comes into the fold. He's he's just not about displays like that. So people don't see him in the group or anything like that. But he is definitely a member. Oh, fucking Todd just said yeah. Solid Snake too. Solid Snake is one of the original MLC guys too. Good friend with Mr. Boog.
Solid Snake make a comeback recently for Photo Combat. That was cool.
Oh yeah. He came back for Photo Combat. He's been around for quite some time.
Just lurking.
Yeah.
Real quick, Boog, question from Mike Odom. Any chance of 2XL A.C.B.A shirts being sold in the coming weeks? Oh, I guess Boog stepped away for a minute. So
Oh yeah,
I'll have to
man,
wait.
fucking Jamal Chico too. I don't even know how we left him out. Jamal was a part of the originals too. Him come from YouTube to Facebook. That's Jamal too. There's a lot of people, man. Slings. There's a lot of people that came from that way.
Any final questions we got here? That was a fun little history. I actually learned a little bit there too.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as having guests on, yeah, it's definitely possible. It's just a scheduling thing. Everyone that was mentioned would be really good.
Yeah, we're gonna look into it. Maybe Fabio would be best to reach out to Pixel Dan.
Yeah, I think I will.
And
they used to run a podcast, the three of them actually, Sean Long, Stratimus Prime, and Pixel Dan.
Yeah, I just think that like I said, scheduling is not great for these guys to do podcasts. So doing it once in a while, is probably not a big deal. But I think for them, it wasn't easy to continuously have that day off for them, being that they do so much.
And I think they had Randy from NECA their first episode, which is, I mean, obviously a good thing for them. But yeah, I'm disappointed that they didn't continue with that.
Yeah, I remember I watched the first episode and I didn't keep up with it because their second one took so long, and I just never looked back for it again until you just mentioned it. It was like the Collector something podcast.
The Collector Connection.
The Collector's Connection podcast. Oh my God! We got a special surprise guest who came in from the back door. It's Mr. Emiya.
Yes.
Oh God.
I have returned.
He's sneaking in through the back door like Kimmy Gibbler.
Man, Candyman, say his name and he appears. It's Mr. Emiya.
As Glenn Webb says, speak of the devil and the devil shall appear.
Oh yeah, when he brings in fucking.
I love Glenn Webb. We should have him on too. That'd be cool.
Yeah, man, fuck yeah, we'll have Glenn Webb on too if he's willing to. No question.
Again, I mean, another guy that him and Craig Warwick had a really good podcast going, but unfortunately, the time and scheduling just isn't there for them. But I'm sure they'd be open for a podcast here. I know Craig was on Triple C podcast. Shout out to Todd Ortiz in the comments.
Craig we've been on Google Chat with Craig many times too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's asking what happened to Darius. He said a few times he was a part of A.C.B.A. Darius posts like every damn day. I don't know if you're a part of the group Sonic Rock, man, but he posts an A.C.B.A. practically every day. So he's around. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Darius is definitely somebody that we hang out with, and I was actually just near.
I just saw him a few hours ago. The Durant.
Yeah, he was with him in.
There's Emiya. I didn't even know you were calling Emiya. I just came back in here, but
I just got here literally 2 minutes ago.
yeah, you know
Oh,
what?
man.
I was near the shop earlier today, and I was gonna go by there, and then something said to me, I don't even think Darius is there, and I'm glad I didn't because he was out there with you.
And he's on the convention circuit right now. I think he went to like Orlando and a couple other places recently.
Well, he has to go to those because that's his job,
Right. He has like a booth for Image Anime out there.
His image goes there, so
How'd you do today? You sold some shit?
I didn't go there to sell, man. I went there for sketches and autographs.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the nice thing about the Japanese, when they're guests, you don't have to pay. Usually.
I mean, even if you have to pay, it's not a big deal. It's just that you don't even have that option usually. They either they sketch, most of the time they'll just do a quick sketch for you, but if you actually want something really nice, you don't usually have that option unless you are someone who is like really good friends with like that studio, So.
And for Sonic Rockman, just to clarify about Darius, he's not like the most outwardly A.C.B.A. rep kind of person. Just not his personality, I think. But he's around, man. He's always posting photos. He just doesn't take the representation to gang member levels like other groups have been known to.
Yeah. Somebody asked. So I think it was Sonic Rockman X. Asked how did all of us learn of Emiya? Well, I learned of Emiya by one day being on with Darius. Oddly enough, Darius just came on, and he's like. Just, it's like any time that you have a friend that none of your other friend knows, and you're like, hey, man, I'm going to bring this guy. Is it cool? Is it cool? I bring this guy you guys don't know, man. And it was Emiya. And after that one night, I just ended up talking to him from then on. That was how I met him. We used to do Google chats like this, but we wouldn't live stream them. And that was that. I just ended up meeting him that way, and I think Boog ended up meeting him the same way, by proxy. By Darius or any of us else bringing him on.
I met him on the first episode of this podcast.
Yeah, no, there you go. That's how Fabio met Emiya, and they became, best friends. Yeah. And then I don't know about Mr. Pharaoh. I think he was the same.
I met him the same way as us. The same way you guys met him.
Same way as us. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's that I actually just met. I saw at PowerCon Adrian Carrillo, Ayo Mr. Big Geek, and he had his friend Phil with him. So I didn't know Phil before, but he's been a part of the group for a long time. So
Mr. Phil's, cool. Right? You talking about Mr. Phil's?
No, his name's Phil Bustos. I don't know if that's Mr. Phil's.
You're talking about Mr. Phil's.
No, Mr. Phil's is the big bearded one.
No, I don't think it was him. It's Phil Bustos, but he's a good cat. I liked hanging out with him a lot. We came and kicked it here at my place afterwards. Big wrestling guy.
I know that name. Okay, I know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great dude. I liked hanging out with him a lot, so I got to send back his PowerCon badge still. But yeah, shout out to him for letting me borrow that for the second day, which I didn't even end up doing. But still, it was cool.
Somebody's asking, is there going to be an A.C.B.A. meetup for Comic-Con? Well, if Boog goes, we will. If
I
Boog's
think
not
there's
there,
supposed to be one for another con locally here for the SoCal people. Let me try to find it. I'll let you know right now. Keep going. Continue as if I didn't interrupt.
California dudes are A.C.B.A. adjacent.
Yeah, we're all pretty damn close to each other here. Somebody tagged the post on like Plastic and Paint. I think B Customs is gonna be there. I don't know if it's Phoenix Comic Con or something else here. It could be Kamikaze. I know there's a lot of people going to Phoenix Comic Con, like Comic Figure and Diamond Figures and all those guys are going there. All the AZ guys.
I know a lot of people. Yeah, they want to go meet up at that Arizona convention.
Honestly, if you want to start a meetup, all you got to do is try to find people in your area. And I mean, I guess it's a little difficult to do that on like the actual group page because there's so many people and we really just keep it relegated to photos. But if you were to join like Plastic and Paint, which is a smaller group, but it's basically just core display artists, all the people that you see the most on the main page. You see a lot more of their behind the scenes, real life, almost vlog style stuff in a way. So that's a good way to really get close with a lot of people in the community, and that's how you find out who's in your area.
Mr. Pharaoh, there's a question just for you. It says, what did Pharaoh think of Fabio when they first met? I've
seen Fabio around. I didn't know Fabio. I'm not really good with names. I'm not going to lie. It has to be something to catch me to actually pay attention to somebody. The first time I actually met Fabio was right here, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the first time we've actually spoken. The first interaction I had with you was you commented on a photo of mine, and I was like, holy shit, Pharaoh Nice said something nice to me. That's so... Pharaoh Black said something nice to me.
Well,
so cool.
When I first met Fabio, I thought he was extremely gay. But seriously, I mean, Fabio, I just fuck with him just on the strength.
I expect you to, Pharaoh.
We're here.
I think all of us here, except for maybe Boog, the first time talking to Fabio was just through this chat. I'm sure if Billy or Poncho were ever to get on this damn chat, those sons of bitches, they would comment the same thing, that they met Fabio through here.
I mean, I've obviously talked to a lot of people, through Facebook and all that stuff, leaving comments or replying to comments or whatever. But, full-on conversations, I'm much better doing it, in this sort of medium, either in person or over voice. I prefer phone calls over texting if that helps.
You know, they're very
hate
different
this.
from the rest of Fabio's generation.
Mm-hmm. Tiny Moore wants to know how to get into PNP. Is there a requirement? He sent his request many times. You just gotta wait for the admins to do it. I think it's done in waves. So once we don't personally run that page. I think John Connor runs that page and Jerry Gamboa. So
Yeah, John Connor runs the page. John Connor's an A.C.B.A. admin, and again, shout out to John Connor for winning Photo Combat. But he's an A.C.B.A. admin, but PNP is pretty much his baby, though. That's his page. So he has his own administrative staff that runs that page, and they are a little more selective with people because, again, like Fabio was mentioning, it's a little more intimate with that page. It's a little more like, they don't just let anybody in, honestly.
Yeah, it's not a totally public page.
Yeah, you start posting on A.C.B.A. constantly, they see your name around, they'll take the request seriously. That's more of like a sister. That's more like a sister group.
It's really more for people who are, really serious about the grind, and that's where, a lot more behind-the-scenes stuff takes place, where, people share a lot more ideas. I think it's because everyone in PNP's around each other a lot, so everyone's pretty close to a certain extent. I guess as close as you can get to anybody on the internet. But we all frequent each other, so we know what everyone's about. So that's why it's a little bit more selective of who gets let in, because I'm sure several people know about some of the dust-ups we've had with members of other groups and whatnot, and the shit that they start within our groups, and that's why we keep Plastic and Paint especially so exclusive, because we just don't want to allow anyone who's going to be starting up stuff like that. And if it's just a name on a screen, we don't really know who's who. But Tiny Moore, I mean, if that's her name on Facebook, I don't know, maybe we can figure something out.
Join the A.C.B.A. group.
Definitely join the A.C.B.A. group page. That's stop number one. But if you decide, oh shit, I'm about this life, I want to do this, I want to get to know the community like intimately and everything, then
and it also helps
transition over.
It also helps. Anybody in Plastic and Paint, like personally, like you're good friends with somebody in Plastic and Paint, ask them to put in a word for you.
Right, definitely.
Right. And Jake Emiya just says he recalls seeing me at Frankensons once. You'll have to let me know when, because I haven't been in a minute. If I personally met you, let me know. But if you just saw me, that's a little creepy.
Was it Ponytail Fabio? Or
yeah, did I have the man bun back then? The brony bun?
Oh, it looks like Mr. Sonic Rockman said it'd be cool to see like footage of the Comic-Con trip. And Boog used to do those when he used to go to Comic-Con, and he still does them when he goes to New York Comic-Con, kind of like a
A.C.B.A. Saturday had a whole NYCC special.
Yeah, like a vlog style thing. Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it again this year at New York Comic Con.
And sure. I don't know who this internet guy is, but I never heard of her stuff. We don't fly that way.
No.
Yeah, we don't do that over here.
What happened?
Well, yeah, I guess to a certain extent we're embracing the joke, though. If you got the next pack of cutouts, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
It's just like Birdman. You get clowned on the internet a little bit, you got to turn that L into a win.
Oh, there you go.
Not that it was ever an L, certainly not. But
oh yeah, they said it was when you had a ponytail, Fabio.
It was ages ago. You had the hat on and the NWO stuff. Sure, I was gonna say hi, but bitched out. Come on, don't bitch out, dude. I'm not fucking Gary Oldman or some celebrity. Just say hi. I'm just.
And the shirt that said lifeguard and a fanny pack. It was definitely Fabio.
All right. Well, I think that's about it for questions here. One last one. Seamus Reger, what body mold should Hasbro use for the Marvel Legends Colossus? Probably have to be a new mold, unless they're just gonna deco all those stripes on, which would be really lame.
The arms and the head would only need to be a new mold. Everything else would be the same.
You think they could do it in a suit?
Same. Same for what though? I mean, they have it. Hasbro hasn't done a Colossus besides the movie one.
It's true. What if they reuse the movie arms?
No. Hey, they don't have a properly sized Colossus. Period.
No, they don't.
The Select is too big and the Legends is too small.
I like that Select one a lot, but yeah.
Nah, Select one's way too big. It towers. I know Colossus is big, but not that big.
What he goes from, what is it, like 6'7" to 7'6"?
Right. Is that right? Does he actually grow when he gets the medal?
Yeah.
I thought it just like Like he's the same size, but
No,
it's,
he
it's
does.
metal.
He does grow. He does grow, and also, in some pictures, he is drawn to be, even though he's supposed to be, 7'6" or whatever. He does look like he's like 9 feet tall.
That's funny because I play this game kind of like Diablo. It's called Marvel Heroes, and Colossus is one of my heroes. And I put a bunch of different things on him to make him like even bigger, just because I wanted like a giant Colossus, thinking like, oh, this would never happen. My bad.
Well, there you go. He's okay. Here's the Marvel.com actually, not Marvel Wiki. It is from Marvel.com. When he's not transformed, he's 6'6". When he's transformed, he's 7'5". So.
Wow. Okay.
Pharaoh was almost right on the money, almost.
That's pretty good. All right.
This is from Marvel.com.
But like I said, depending on the artist, when artists draw characters, I don't think they keep a strict thing of how tall this guy is, how tall. In some shots, before Spider-Man was kind of forced to grow up, like in the current era of Spider-Man, there were shots of times when Captain America was a head and a half taller than Spider-Man. Spider-Man is still drawn almost kind of like a junior hero versus Captain America. So, but obviously, his status now, he's not a junior hero anymore. So,
yeah.
It depends a lot on who's drawing him. So, you feel like some people may feel he's too big, some people may feel he's just right. It depends on your favorite artist.
Now, Sonic Rockman is asking if Pharaoh's going to Comic-Con, and the answer is a no, but hopefully he will someday soon.
Yeah, hopefully we can get you down here with the press pass, Boog, because that would be an adventure. I know Rocco the Great's supposed to be coming down.
Who?
Coming down to California?
Yeah, he's going to go to SDCC.
Yeah.
So I told him, like,
good
down there,
for,
maybe I can't get
good for that guy.
Yeah, Rocco's a real frugal motherfucker. I'm surprised
right?
he had the money to go out there.
Yeah, they say real frugal.
Yeah, man, that dude is super frugal.
Right.
But his thrift store hauls are legendary. Thrift store and flea market hauls, just phenomenal stuff he finds. He got we talked about this on the RLU podcasts. He got an actual replica of the United States Championship, WWE, for like less than $20. I don't know, something ridiculous. Like an actual full leather scale replica of the belt. Now he's the U.S. champion. That's simple.
Hey, Rocco, funny. Rocco, hit
That's
me.
how he got it.
Hey, man, you still owe me 35 cents for this fishing.
That's Rocco.
Rocco used to be an admin until he got a little too in his own feelings about what people posted, and we had to.
He was the A.C.B.A. Nazi.
Yeah, this dude was crazy. He wouldn't let people post fucking anything, and whenever something wasn't Marvel Legends, he would just bitch them out.
Which is funny because I sent him snaps of my Legends collection, and he's like, "Ew!" Like he hates Legends now.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was just that, if it wasn't like the core principles of A.C.B.A., he was erasing that shit. Like it ain't matter.
Yeah, that was the biggest problem, is that he ended up being the culprit behind the quote unquote Phantom Eraser. People would come.
I thought I was doing that shit.
Yeah, that was Rocco.
That's really funny. I'm gonna give him so much shit for that when we record next week.
We used to fucking delete
Phantom Eraser.
everything.
Episode 1.
We used to go on the admin group like, who the fuck is deleting all these
Right.
pictures?
Do you remember Rock accused me of deleting his Predator picture because
I know it's you. I know it's you.
He said, man, you were mad because Batman was getting his ass beat. Dude.
You deleted because Batman was getting beat up, huh? It was you. I think Emiya and fucking Brian, who was an admin at the time, both had Phantom deleted from Rocco.
You might be right.
And that was when Rocco left, when he was like, yeah, I admit it, I deleted their shit. Like, okay. Man, we can't have you just...
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Basically.
Yeah, we couldn't have him around just deleting things. He was getting a little too brazen with his power. So
to his credit, he stepped down on his own because he's like, I just be deleting shit. I'm sorry.
I can't stand it. That's not what A.C.B.A. is, man. Like, all right. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like a lot of things will get like randomly deleted, but it's up to the admins to message that person and be like, "Hey, this is why it was deleted." But some people take like such offense to that stuff. Like they'll take offense to anything that involves us, doing our administrative duties. Like we had that one. It was kind of a newer person. He was posting it, but then he got a lot of comments on his photo, and then he was personally thanking each one. Right. So we're like, hey, that's not what we do here. Just because it bumps your photo to the top of the thing and it fucks with the algorithm. So in order to give other photos on the page a chance to rise to the top, just don't continue to comment on your photo, on your own photo. And then one guy chimes in like, what? You can't even thank people on their photos? I'm not sure. The more I see about this group, the less I like it. Just a bunch of nerds with stupid rules. Like, we're trying to make a pleasant viewing experience for everybody on the page. Like, we have nothing to gain from telling this guy, hey, you can't thank people. Right. Like, if you want to end that statement at the admins don't let people thank others. Yeah, it sounds bad, but we're not doing that just because we're assholes. We're doing it because it affects the page, the way the page is run.
We encourage people to just like the comment. Liking the comment is the equivalent to saying thank you. That's like an unspoken rule of the group. Like, if you like something that somebody said, then you're saying thank you. That's it.
Yeah, or if you're going to say thank you, wait until like the fucking 30 thank yous are done and then finally say thank you.
And thank everybody.
Yeah, don't just go, thank you, Mr. Fabio. Thank you, Mr. Kendall. Man, that's...
No.
That's just keeping your photo at the top for no reason, not because other people are saying, oh, this photo is good, it deserves to be at the top. It's because you were commenting on it and it's not giving other photos a chance.
Man, we're the admins. You think we don't know the tricks to getting your fucking photo up?
Right, exactly. Like we've seen every trick there is.
That's an insult. Jay Dumpling, hold on, this has got to be the last one. This is what we got to exit with. Jay Dumpling says, he looks like his picture is like a 3-year-old child. He says,
don't say this one. This is a family show.
Oh, man. You guys want to see it, go to the comments,
I can't even see the comments. I don't even know how to see the
One of those people that's on Xbox and tells you he's going to fuck your mom. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Those guys, huh?
Hilarious.
Hey, that's fine. I was that kid, too. I was 13 years old at one point.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, on that note.
Yes, sir, on that note.
Your rise to fame was like right there, and then we shut you down. We didn't.
I'm sorry, Jay Dumpling. Maybe next time, call us all fags and tell us that we're virgins, and then maybe we'll put you on next time.
Tell us we live in our mom's basements.
You guys still live in your mom's basement, losers! I fucked your wife.
We live in the basement, but you're gonna fuck our wives.
Yeah.
Mom, bring me some more pizza rolls.
Bring me some more pizza rolls.
Oh man, I hate all these stereotypes because I was that kid at one point.
Hey man, I think that it's all type of collectors, but man, usually the ones that are like the biggest asses are those super fat ass dudes that sitting around. I see them at the comic shops and at Toys R Us with their shoes leaning left to right because they're too heavy to stand on the soles and shit. Oh man, that seriously, man. And I mean, I'm not just talking about people that are obese because it is what it is. But those guys are like complete assholes. Their dirty jogging pants and their dirty Deadpool shirts and shit.
It was funny because Emiya sent me a picture of someone just like that he ran into on his travels.
Because and it'd be if you knew anything at all, maybe you guys would just...
Evan?
No, that picture of that person at the store you sent me.
Oh, you mean the guy that was like, dude, this guy was at... You know the guy at Walmart?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man, this guy, this guy was sticking the foam lightsaber in his pants, too. Like,
oh, God.
And he was, like, walking around, it looked like a big fucking dick sticking out of his pants, man. It was one of those, like, those foam, Kylo Ren lightsaber. And he was sticking in his back, like, running around with it. He was, like, hitting the Lego toys in the shelf. It was really... I don't know if he was autistic or whatever.
Certainly on the spectrum.
The guy was, like...
Sure.
He was... You know those, like, big Jax figures?
Yeah, the big figs.
He was fighting them in the toy aisle. Fighting them in the toy aisle. He was, like, whacking them and shit and jumping around. Like, he was trying to do a roll up the floor. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty great. I didn't want to. I was tempted to start recording it, but I think he noticed I was there, and then he kind of stopped. So it was, I don't know. But then when I walked back there a little bit later, he was looking at the Barbies. But then first he was sticking the lightsaber on his back like he was Kirito or something, right?
Ugh.
And then after that, he stuck the lightsaber in his pants, and he was walking around looking at the Barbies with it. It was
With his pants saber.
The pants saver.
so
Wait,
pretty
I
crazy.
see a picture. Oh my god. Holy shit, that's a frightening man. Oh god.
Oh, did you show them the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
They're in the chat right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I'm gonna screen share so the audience can
This
see
guy
it too.
was fighting with those like Jax figures, man. He was fighting with them. He was.
You don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah, I'm screen sharing right now so everyone can see these photos. This is a man with a foam lightsaber in his shirt. Can you imagine the hair and sweat
What does
that's
he
just
have? Is that
caked on that?
Is that a khaki short set? What the fuck you got on?
Yeah, it looks like
He's got dress pants shorts.
dress pants shorts. He got slack shorts.
He got slacks.
What is that? He looks like a Band-Aid. He's so beige.
That is
He
crazy.
looks nuts. Wow.
Yeah.
Just looking at the Barbie's like, oh yeah, I meant to do this the whole time.
I wish I had gotten more, man, but
He might have been a little autistic and just wandered away from whoever he just met.
I sincerely hope he is.
Right.
Fucking hope to God he is,
I'm
man.
pretty sure he was probably autistic. But yeah, I mean, he was also slobbering all
Wait,
over.
I thought autism was invented like 10 years ago. How does a 40-year-old man have autism?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, this dude looked like he was about 40 too. That was other crazy. He looked like he was about 40. And like I said, the craziest part was when he was rolling around on the floor.
I don't know.
He was rolling around on the floor trying to dodge the.
He was trying to roll around the Jax figures. You know, like when you do like a roll like in Dark Souls or in Bloodborne, that kind of roll, you know, when you roll, but he wasn't doing it correctly, obviously. He was literally just kind of rolling on the floor like a burrito, you know?
He was on, say like he was on fire, huh? I'm gonna tell people that, man, you rolling around like a damn burrito.
All right, I think it's time to wrap it up here. Running long. I got shits to do.
He's with the shits.
Yep. I have more than one to do. Oh, this Jay Dumpling kid is just, oof, man.
Man, he's
He's
the
just
king.
learning words. He's just learning swear words, and he wants everybody to know.
Hey,
He dumpling.
Jay Dumpling, this his name?
Just to be clear, someone just chimed in. We're not making fun of autism. We're just this one instance of this man in this completely inappropriate situation, rolling around on the floor of a store. That's not so much the condition itself, so much as the circumstances that we see this man in.
And at the end of the day,
I got an autistic family member, man. We don't sit around
Yeah.
making
and at the end of the day, we don't even know if he's autistic. For all we know, he could just be fucking with it like that. Who the hell knows?
Right.
Ask Emiya. Final thing for you guys to think about. There is grown men that go to these anime conventions and fake like they're ninjas. There's designated ninja playing areas
Definitely.
where these guys
There
just
was actually a guy, I guess he got a little too into his role. He was wearing a what costume was it? I think it was it was like a Street Fighter costume. I don't remember which costume it was because it was one of the alternate costumes for sure. But the thing is, he was trying to do this it was I think one of Ken's alternate costumes. He was trying to do a hurricane kick. So he was on the rail trying to jump off with one leg to do the hurricane kick, but instead he slipped and he hit the thing and fell to the next floor.
Wow.
And they had to drag him out. So I mean, he was actually okay though, because the way he fell, he wasn't like any kind of permanent injury or anything. But there were some people there like trying to help him out and everything. It was pretty funny and sad.
That's like a worst nightmare.
Yeah, we all knew those guys. I had friends in middle school with the Naruto headbands who would run to class with their arms behind their back. It's cool. I get it.
It's not even about autism.
The thing is, this guy, if you saw him, this guy was very, very heavy. I don't think he should have been doing that to begin with. He should have known better, but I don't know. Maybe he was hoping that willpower would overcome any physical disadvantage that he had.
He got too into the role, like you said.
Like I said, there's people at anime conventions. There's literally spots designated for playing fake ninja. Has nothing to do with autism. These people just think that this stuff is all right. We think it's funny. That's all it is. Boom.
Yeah.
Captain Crunch.
That's Colonel Crackers. And let's wrap up this show.
Captain Crunch, what's your favorite cereal?
Obviously it's Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch?
The blood from the roof of your mouth makes it taste so good.
I know, right? Who was that made that joke?
I say that joke all the time.
I think Family Guy.
Was it Family Guy? Yeah, you might be right.
That joke has been done to death, man.
Yeah, that shit will tell you.
Y'all calling me Amy Schumer here now? Stealing jokes from the ether.
Yeah, man.
Deep cut joke. But anyway.
That is a fond childhood memory right there, though. Cutting up your fucking mouth on Captain Crunch is real.
Oh, yeah. I loved it when they came out with the oops, just all berries. That was the best.
Right.
Love those crunch berries.
Go have a bowl of Captain Crunch and then have a glass of orange juice and feel that.
Oh, God.
Feel the torture.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's go around the room, get those plugs out.
Mr. Boog.
Yo, I just want everybody to check out the site, and I want everybody who didn't get a chance to pre-order the X-Men, the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave to order it through our website. Pre-order it through our website. Series 4 of A.C.B.A. cutouts was re-released late last night, so a lot of people didn't really know, although a lot of orders did come in. There still should be some left. I'm not 100% sure on that. Honestly, I haven't checked, but yeah, go ahead and get yourself Series 4 because we're going to be moving into a new system and putting out some packs pretty rapidly after this one. And we actually, one thing I forgot to mention too is that we actually starting to set up the packs for the Articulated Icons freebie. So anybody who pledged at the Devoted Legion level for Articulated Icons is going to get a free mini cutouts pack along with their Devoted Legion set. So we starting to. This is part of the reason why we actually are moving to this new system, so that way we can make them really, really crispy and really, really fast. So yeah, Series 4 cutouts, A.C.B.A. website, all of that stuff will be in the underbar. Follow us on Instagram at Articulated Comic Book Art, and that's it for me.
Fabio.
Mike Oda wants to know if he can message you for a shirt because the 2X red A.C.B.A. shirt sold out real quick.
Yeah, tell him to, Mike, message me directly on Facebook. Just send me a PM. I'll let you know exactly what we have left, and I'll send it tomorrow.
There you go, Mike. Pharaoh's not here, by the way, in case you guys didn't notice. But I'm Pharaoh Black as always. And then they call me Colonel Crackers on Instagram, YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, and Steam. You can catch me on the Raw, Live, and Unedited Podcasting Network. We do several shows like What's Worth Watching, The Podcasting Dead, The Spectacular Super Show, A Talk of Ice and Fire, and now The Loading Screen, which is a new show about video games that just premiered last week. So make sure you check that out. Lots of really great content on the RLU network. You can catch that at rawliveunedited.com.
All right, Mr. Emiya, what are our plugs?
All right, well, I'm going to be leaving the E3 in a few hours, but I will return for the next episode of JPIA TV The Live, which will be this Friday. I don't remember exactly what's the date this Friday.
Oh, you're going to E3?
I'm going to E3, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to the after party tomorrow.
What happened?
I'm going to the after party with a friend tomorrow. I have a friend that works in VR, and he's going to the convention tomorrow, and I'm his +1 for the after party.
Cool.
So we should link up while you're down here, dude.
Yeah, possibly. The main thing is it just depends on what time. Do you know what time you're going to be around the convention?
It'll be tomorrow, some point after 5. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm pretty much in meetings all day.
Okay.
So, but we could probably figure something out. Just shoot.
You know what'll work though?
Facebook or something.
I'm usually in Hollywood.
He's gonna take him for noodles, Fabio. He'll meet you immediately.
Oh, that's terrible, dude.
Emiya, though, I'm usually in Hollywood, LA downtown area on Wednesdays, like until midnight or something. So if you wanted to do something late night, grab a bite, let me know.
Yeah, well, I'll see if I have to. E3 is usually very hectic for me, but we can figure something out.
Yeah, let me know, late night, whatever works for you.
Yeah, sure. I'll shoot a message or something. If it's possible. Like I said, no problem. There are a lot of times I've tried to hang out with people during E3. It's always pretty difficult, but
yeah, go to the titty bar together,
Yeah, dude, I'll get you into one of my shows at Second City. Free show for you.
Yeah, free titty show.
Yeah. Improv titty show. That'd be great.
But yeah, I will be back in time for the next episode of JBI TV The Live, which is on the Import in Action channel on YouTube. I am Starlock on Instagram. You can follow me there. You can also follow my partner in crime, Rick Dom. He's Cable2345 on Instagram. And that's it. I would offer to, hang out with some guys. Like I said, E3 is very difficult for me, but maybe San Diego Comic-Con if anybody wants to, get together.
Yeah, for the rest of the viewers, Comic-Con probably be the best time.
Yeah, there's going to be a good amount of
A.C.B.A.
people down there.
Fabio?
I'm going to try to make it down, at least to drive down and say hi to people and maybe get some food in the area, because Rich is supposed to be sending me his badge. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work and actually let me in, but that's my contingency plan.
Why wouldn't it let you in if he's sending you his badge?
Because don't you have to present your ID and it has to match the name on the badge?
No.
So if I wear a badge that says Rich on it, and I'm Fabio, I'm not gonna care.
Yeah, you're fine. Oh, the big advancement this year is that they basically took the New York Comic-Con style, the RFID badges. So basically, when you walk in, you have to scan in, and when you leave, you have to scan out.
Gotcha. All right, well, it's worth a shot.
But they don't check your ID or any of that stuff. They don't try to match your name with your ID. If that was the case, then none of us be able to get in.
Yeah.
I usually get all my badges other ways. So I'm through exhibitors and professionals and stuff. And I don't think I ever have a badge that has my name on it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully Boog can get the press pass and we can make a whole thing of it.
But if not, E3 will definitely hook up over there for sure. Like you, me,
sure.
Possibly Boog, if Boog comes.
And one final thing. Swaggy Spoder, Turtle, Jonathan, Stephen Mora, and Cole A.C.B.A. have all been let into the group during this broadcast. So
excellent.
Make sure. And these are all people that were asking during the comments. So
all right,
you guys are in. We hope to see you posting soon. Don't go too crazy, too quick. Read, absorb.
Read the rules and guidelines pinned to the top of the board, and read the post that you tagged in. If Fabio tagged you, if he didn't tag you, then he didn't do what he was supposed to do anyway. But yeah, read the rules and guidelines pinned at the top of the board, and just click on the photos and just scroll through all the photos. Look at the comments on people's photos, because sometimes people will post a B-side or a C-side shot in the comments of the photo, so you can see how they put it together. People will ask questions. They'll tell you how they did certain stuff. Just observe. Just act as a sponge in the first week or so. A lot of people come in and they just start shooting from the fucking hip, and they don't even know what's happening yet. You know what I'm saying? Once you in. Just take it in slowly. You don't have to go nuts right out the gate.
Yeah, lurk for a little bit. That's what I did.
Right.
And with that, I think we're out of here.
Yeah, we've been going 3 hours already, 3.5.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, hopefully, maybe this week we'll have some more SDCC news. Emiya, let's talk. Let's talk when we get off this. Tell us everything, motherfucker. All right, y'all. Till next week.
Next week. Hopefully I'll be on the whole episode.
Word. All right, y'all. Peace.